throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Parker. Pick off by Xavier Howard. Tagovailoa trying to pick up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown!
That's hard work. What's good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason. I'm joined by Rhino Sith. This is going to be the first of two shows. I'm coming back later tonight with that preview show. But, oh boy, the Miami Dolphins are this close to locking up a playoff spot and this close to locking up the number 3 pick in the NFL draft because those Houston Texans, they got to face a pretty angry Tennessee Titans team next week who needs a win to stay like in the thick of the playoff hunt right now. So, Rhino, can you believe we are sitting here? I mean, just last week when I did that gift show, my dude, you know, I said Devontae Smith, but I actually corrected myself later on. I said, you know, I'd want Penei Sewell, but that's a pipe dream right now.
Yeah. The
pipe dream is alive and well, bro.
It's a hell of a pipe, dude, and I'm all in, dude. This is historic stuff for Dolphin fans. I mean, for NFL fans, this is just crazy. How do you end up being one of the top teams in the NFL, making the playoffs more than likely, and have a top 3 pick? It's just mind blowing, really. It's historic and happy times for Dolphin fans.
Yeah, Sharif, what's good, man? Welcome here, Rhino. Rhino. Though, following up to what you just said, though, dude. When was the last time you can remember year 2 of a team, like not just a rebuild, a complete tear down and reconstruct of the product on the field, and you come away with, listen, we went from last year 5 wins and the number 5 pick in the NFL draft to now we're the number 5 seed heading into week 17 with a top 5 pick in the NFL draft once more. I mean, what has this is like unprecedented territory we're going into. And like, I know everyone's been talking about Flores for coach of the year, but we got to add two things to that. One, Greer, GM of the year.
Indeed.
2, Bill O'Brien needs his name on the Dolphins Ring of Honor right now, okay? Like, they need to unveil that tomorrow. I need a fight song for Bill O'Brien. Like, guys, we could come away with, think about this. We could come away with, right? I believe the pick was Noah Igbenogany, right, last year? We come away with Noah Igbenogany, right? I believe then the next pick, correct me if I'm wrong, but the next pick we had of theirs was Raekwon Davis, right?
That's the second round pick. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Raekwon. So we could come away with Raekwon Davis, okay, Noah Igbenogany, God help me, God love me, well, who's going to be way better than Laramie Tunsil, guys. That's the thing. Man. We gave up a great tackle, but we now have a shot at a transcendent tackle.
Yeah.
Like, that's the key word. Like, I see people on Twitter right now, and I gotta go off on this right now. Sorry, I'm about to go into a rant. I see people right now. First of all, guys, y'all know I want Waddle or Devontae Smith. Y'all know I love Rashad Bateman. Y'all know I'm down with Rondell Moore in the second or whatever. But anyways, let's stick to those first 3 guys I named. And even if you're a Jamar Chase fan, throw him in there if you want to. Neither one of those guys are transcendent receivers. They're very good. They could be very good NFL receivers, but I don't see transcendent. I don't see Calvin Johnson. I don't see, I don't see Julio Jones right now. Like, I gave you who the comps are, but those are comps. I don't see, those are like ceilings. You know what I mean? Like, best case scenario ceilings. Mm-hmm. So, and shout out to Josh Valencia. He says if we have the 3rd pick, would you side Dave Andrews or Corey Lindsey for the center? I'll get into that in a sec, brother, and appreciate your $5 donation, because I'll just say it right now, in a perfect world, You land Creed Humphrey. Y'all know I love me some Landon Dickerson from Alabama. I've been on this kid for like weeks and weeks now. Okay, that's to his center. Love me some Landon Dickerson. I'm okay with Josh Myers and Trey Hill as well. But, I mean, anyways, I digress. Going back. Yo, this kid, I see people on Twitter saying, oh, we need a weapon. Oh, what are you going to take another tackle? First of all, Austin Jackson is a left tackle, okay? We don't have the blind side locked down. Don't care what anyone tells me. You've all watched me and Ball Game break down the All-22. Robert Hunt is not he's not going to be a Pro Bowl right tackle.
No.
Okay? Penei Sewell can be a Hall of Fame right tackle. Yeah. Who am I going to take? The guy that, okay, let's further develop, or the guy who I know there's probably a gold jacket in the future for this kid?
Indeed.
I'm just sitting here and saying, like, this is simple mathematics. Hunt is not transcendent. Hunt is not. None of our offensive linemen are transcendent. None. All right? It starts with go look at, you guys, buddy. Like, go look at what they've built in Las Vegas. If Saturday night, if what the protection car had, literally, other than the 2 sacks, they shook that shit off. It did not matter. He had all the time in the world. Henry developing deep. Henry Ruggs, deep stuff. Like Hunter Renfrow developing deep stuff. Darren Waller developing deep stuff. He had time. He had time. Give 2 of that. That's what we need, man. I keep telling y'all, I want a line better than the Colts or the Raiders. Why? Because average running backs are going to break 1,000 yards behind that kind of line.
Yeah. And look at our running backs, how well they're doing right now.
Already, exactly. Myles Gaskin, let me say this. We've seen how many games has Myles Gaskin became literally a hair within 100 yards. Guess what? With a freaking great offensive line, those would have been 125, 130-yard games.
Yes. And thank you so much, Reason, for breaking that down, because as Dolphin fans, we need to expand our knowledge of the game. It doesn't matter if we go 2 years into the draft. We love our team. And what Reason is saying is you win that trenches battle.
Dude, and let me tell you this. Everyone's all hung up on Trevor Lawrence. We talked about this privately. I'll now say it publicly. Guys, Trevor Lawrence is going to struggle next year. In year 1, there are mechanical issues with Trevor Lawrence. He does have accuracy issues when he comes under pressure. He is human. He's going to struggle in a bad situation. Everyone thinks this guy's the most can't-miss prospect ever. He's not. I'm telling you right now, watch. Penei Sewell is the best player in this draft. The best player.
Indeed.
Including all the quarterbacks. Why would I not take the best player in the draft? Guys, me and Ryan were just looking at the pressure notes because I've been running around and I was doing this show. I hadn't had a time.
It's bad.
We allowed 13 pressures yesterday.
Bad.
Okay, Eric Flowers, the guy was a shit show. Yeah. Austin Jackson was a shit show. Y'all know I bash PFF all the time. I don't agree with stuff PFF. I always say I want to see your grading credentials. For the second week in a row, Austin Jackson graded a 45 or worse.
It matches your eye. It matches your eye.
That doesn't match his eye. Just like they gave Eric Flowers like a 64. That don't match my eye because that was like a 50 performance I saw.
But he allowed 3 pressures in the sack, and I forget how many hurries.
You know what I mean? Like what is going on with that? So, anyways, I digress. Listen, if we can we've got a chance right now. I want to show people what we did, Rhino. Last night, me, Rhino, and Damien were just kicking it, and Damien he dipped off after a while, and then me and Rhino I was like, "Yo, Rhino, let's do a mock quick." We did a couple mocks. We did one over on Pro Football Network. We did one on this like weird GM one, which was weird, and then we did one on what was it? Draft Network, right?
Yes,
guys.
Sounds familiar. Yes.
Okay.
And yes, we went a little high with Najee. We admit that.
Yep.
We're not lying.
Because the one before we lost them.
But look at what we got in our first 3 rounds. We just said, let's do 3 rounds because we had just done a bunch already. Let's do 3 rounds.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Look at that. Look at your offense coming out of the first 4 picks right now. Now, guys, in other drafts, we took like Zavin Collins in situations. We took we took another linebacker in another situation. But so like we had variations where we went D heavy and stuff like that. But like the whole point I'm looking at here is not even Najee, not even Rondell, not even Javon Holland. Because we got safety depth and he was sitting there at 86. I'm like, that's crazy. Creed Humphrey and Penei Sewell. Guys, we are in a position right now where you can go sign Juju Smith-Schuster because that's what me and Rhino played this as.
Right.
They signed Juju and they brought Albert Wilson back on that restructured contract. So we were like, okay, well, you don't have to address it. It's not as big of a need right now. Right?
Reason, what are your thoughts on Rashawn Slater from Northwestern? Center.
What, the tackle? Or the center? I always get him confused with what's his face from Penn State, the left tackle. He's okay.
They actually have him rated better than the two centers we like.
Yeah, but you're talking about ESPN, bro. That's Mel Kiper, bro. You really you want to start that? You want to open this can of worms right now? There's guys on Twitter who are a whole hell of a lot better. Literally, guys who are on Twitter who are a whole hell of a lot more accurate and better than him for like draft outlets. So, I mean, let's not even go there. ESPN, take it out of your bookmarks, Sharif. That's all I'm going to say about that. But Creed Humphrey, dude, here's the thing. This is why I stress that. Creed Humphrey and Penei Sewell, I told this to Rhino. Creed Humphrey and Penei Sewell are the best linemen in this draft. When you put interior and tackles together, when you bunch them all together, your 1 and your 2 is Penei and Creed.
Boom. I agree.
And the thing is, Creed is great at the second level. He's a fantastic communicator. He's great at pulling. He's athletic, way more athletic than what we have right now. Great on combo blocks. I mean, Creed Humphrey, I've been talking about for 6, 7, 8 months that Penei Sewell is the most flawless tackle I've been watching since I became a film junkie. Creed Humphrey is better than Cesar Ruiz.
Could you imagine Jackson, Hunt at left guard, Humphreys at center, Kinley at right guard, and Penei at right tackle? Give me a break, man. And look at all the backup we have.
And we still Tyler Shelvin at Kevin.
Jackson left tackle, Kinley at left guard.
Left guard, okay.
Creed Humphrey, because that's his natural position. Creed Humphrey, and you saw how much the run game's improved, even with Jackson in the run game when he shifted over there. I'm going Creed Humphrey or whoever I sign or whoever I draft in center slot. I'm kicking in Hunt to right guard and then Penei at right tackle. Here's the thing. I think even without Penei Sewell, and this is why I want Hunt at right guard, and people just don't have, a lot of narrow-sighted, short-sighted people, right? Hunt is a Pro Bowl guard. Yeah. He's not a Pro Bowl tackle. Mm-hmm. Okay? Give me the Pro Bowl. I want the higher level in the interior.
Yes.
Right. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't I want that? And then I can just solve the tackle problem, man. And here's the thing. I had some guy on Twitter, I told you this, Rhino. Oh, because I said the blind side. Well, it's not technically the blind side, depending on the play and where the reads are too, then that's the blind side. And I'm like, bro, listen to me. Schematically, with a left-handed quarterback, you want a lot of the reads. Like if you're going to do a 3-time-1 set, 3-on-1, 1 on the other, the 3's going to be on the left side and the 1's going to be on the right side. Okay. And that guy on the right side, you're going to want him coming over the middle on like a drag, a post, a slant, because it's easier other than if you're left. I'm not left-handed, so excuse me if I look awkward. If you're left-handed, what's easier? Your first 3 reads and 1 read being over here where you literally got to take the ball and then go turn your neck 1, 2, 3, and then bang over here, or snap the ball, set your feet, and all your reads are where you're open to, and then your last one comes over the middle. So you don't even have to roll to the right. Like simple shit people tell on themselves by trying to sound smart and they don't freaking know what they're talking about. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, bro. And then this same guy tried to tell me that Tua throwing to the right sideline is not throwing across his body. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
If he put the ball in his right hand, yeah.
Dolphins, be better than this. That's all I want to say,
And to
bro.
add to that reason, when you're talking about switching hips, if you're doing a read option, Tua flips his hips and he has to flip his hips actually in that direction. And he does it pretty cleanly. But now if he has to do it with a trash offensive line, someone could land on that hip again while he's trying to do that. And you got to take into account. He flips his hips when he needs to go to the right side of the field. But now it's a poor offensive line.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. If I already think Hunt can be a Pro Bowl guard without Penei Sewell next to him, what do you think? I think Robert Hunt could be a fucking All-Pro with Penei Sewell next to him. Pardon my French, I won't swear anymore. And I don't want to set that standard. So, I'm talking All-Pro. That's how much of a difference. People don't realize this is the best tackle prospect since Orlando Pace.
No, I don't think they understand.
Do people even know who Orlando Pace is? And I had someone hit the argument. Well, why would you get Orlando Pace? I want someone who's going to help us win chips like a receiver. You know what I'm thinking to myself? And you know what I said to the guy? So what? You wouldn't draft a Richmond Webb caliber tackle? He was a 1990s. NFL named him all-decade left tackle. He never won a chip, but you wouldn't draft him because he never won a chip? You're going to blame a tackle for a 22-man personnel game?
And this guy could be as good or better than Todd Wayne.
And you call yourself a Dolphin fan and you have that kind of standard. Because by your logic and by your standard, we wouldn't have drafted Richmond Webb. That's the kind of, people don't realize how valuable this, I'm talking about a guy being here for the next 10 years. Okay? We don't ever have to worry about that again. That again.
Exactly. And with Creed Humphrey, we don't have to worry about Karras allowing Tua to be pretzeled at least twice a game.
Reason who's that in the bottom left?
Finn Squad Enforcer.
That's
Hey, fellas, man.
with the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
I love it.
how y'all fellas doing, man?
What's going on, Finn Squad? What's going on, Derek? What's going on, Russell?
I just want to give you reasons. I just want to give you a shout out because I've been watching your live streams lately and your Dolphin stuff. The last 2 months I found you.
Okay.
And you're doing a great job.
That's what's up.
Especially when you have TD out there also with some of the wildness that he talks with. So I just wanted to congratulate you and keep doing your thing, homie.
That's right.
Appreciate it, man.
Truth.
Appreciate it, dude.
Yo, I got a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Derek.
All right. I know I sent that little $2 shout out because it was a question for you.
Did I miss it? Hold on, let me go up.
You probably did, but it's cool, bro.
Bro. Hold on, let me see if I can bring it up. Here I got.
Hey,
got
Reason.
it.
Hey, guys. Sorry, I had to deal with.
No worries, Russell. Go ahead, Derek. I have your question up. Go ahead, Derek.
But I was just thinking, do you guys think that the Jets aren't interested in Penei Sewell too?
Great question, because this is something that a lot of people have actually, because I don't know if you saw on Twitter, I had that tweet blow up about Penei yesterday, and I've had a lot of people come in, with the Jets. Here's my thing. I think Gase is out. I think if he's not out, and here's the thing, if Douglas is out, it's even better. If they clean house, they're going to bring in their own guy. I mean, that's just, and here's the thing. Okay, check this out. Mekhi Becton has been one of the best tackles out of this draft. Him and Wirfs have probably been the best tackles out of this draft. And Jedrick Wills have been the best tackles so far out of this draft, hands down.
Correct.
Okay? And, Mekhi Becton is going to get paid elite left tackle money. Here's the thing. Penei Sewell is going to have to get kicked to the right because Mekhi Becton's why are you going to kick him? And Penei's way more athletic and better in open space, that the transition would be much easier for a guy of having to learn his motions in terms of initial step, leading with his right hand now instead of his left hand. It's going to be easier for a guy like that than a guy like Mekhi Becton, right? So I truly think that the problem they would run into is, and this is where we won't, all right? The problem is they would have to pay two guys $20 million plus on each side. And it doesn't make sense because I know they have extra. Everyone's forgetting they need a receiver worse than we do. Right? They need a receiver worse than we do. And a new regime comes in. What are you going to do? Are you going to say, give me the damaged Sam Darnold who has bad habits that either were created by bad coaching or were never coached out from college because of bad coaching, that now I got to fix 4 years into this guy's career where, let's all be honest here, when you're that deep in your NFL career, those bad habits are pretty much cemented now, okay? You're going to just revert to those bad habits when pressure comes, when whatever comes. It's a wrap. So who are you going to take?
Every year.
What are you going to take? Justin Fields, who I think he's a little bit less athletic. He's not as fast, but he's basically if Lamar Jackson could throw. All right.
They could like that kid out of BYU too.
Yeah, my problem with him taking him that high.
Y'all are talking nonsense. They're gonna win next week, and they're keeping everybody together. Gase is gonna be back. Everybody's gonna be back. So why are we even worried about this? They're gonna take all line to protect Darnold.
So I think what you're gonna do is you're gonna come down to the end of the story is basically what are you gonna take? The kid who's damaged goods and's got bad habits and bad traits that now you as a new personnel, you got to waste time coaching that out, or you could spend that time on a new kid who hasn't been tainted. His eyes and his game are fresh to the NFL, and you can mold and develop that player in that mind in your vision, not someone else's vision that you got to reshape. You know what I mean? All that time investing in fixing the problems, you can invest all that time in creating your guy, not someone else's guy. And that makes a lot of people forget that. That's what a lot of coaches, and especially GMs and coaches, they want their guy. Look at Ron Rivera. He traded for his guy that he drafted last year at Carolina and benched Dwayne for him anyways. And now Brandon Allen, right?
He's released now.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but look at how look how ready he was go, right? And Dwayne Haskins had a better first 16 game span than what Josh Allen had, and look what Josh Allen is in year 3. Yeah. So Ron Rivera just went out on him. So that's a lesson. Like coaches are taking that in, especially if they bring in a college coach. Like, look at this. Check this out. There's a lot of rumors right now that Urban Meyer is fielding offers to come to the NFL.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Let me ask you this. Who do you think he's taking? What do you think he's doing if he goes to New York? He's taking Fields.
He's not going to go to New York. He's going to go to the Jags and coach Trevor.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's got the familiarity with, and I will be honest with you, they have pieces in New York. They just have terrible coaching staff.
Yeah.
Like Douglas hit this last draft. That's why Jets fans have hopped into my shit and said, yo, we're going to fire Gase. We're not going to fire Douglas because he had a good draft last year.
Douglas, honestly.
And just, sorry to follow up.
No, you're fine.
Think about this. With the way Austin Jackson is playing, we're not going to have to pay him Mekhi Becton money. That Mekhi Becton money is only going to have to go to the right side.
So,
yeah.
I'm not going to lie, Reese. I'd rather have that choice of if Austin Jackson develops into that and we have to pay him money. I would like that than him just being now and don't get better. Like, I want him to be a great left tackle. I don't want to pay him when that time is up, when it's time, but I want him to be great.
Oh, I want him to be an all-pro, but as a left tackle, all I really need, I need you to be competent to good in pass pro and run block pass pro, because that is oncoming traffic for Tua, and that he showed that he can escape and evade because he sees it, and then run blocking because I think Kinley's going to really help him out.
Do you think the rookie O-linemen have hit the rookie wall?
I think there's reasons why. I think Kinley, I think it's the foot issue.
Definitely. And knee now.
Yeah, and knee now, yeah, obviously. And then with Jackson, I think it's a combination of the injury. I think he might have come back too early. And my number 2 thing is the film came out on him. And
Yeah.
it basically, I'm seeing stuff that I didn't like on his college tape. So, like, and it started with Bradley Chubb. Like, I've been saying this since that game. I mean, you can go back to the preview show. I think who El Salvador, whatever his name was, asked me, what's the matchup that worries you? And I said Bradley Chubb versus Austin Jackson, if I'm nitpicking. And obviously, Bradley Chubb looks like he did his homework, saw that, oh, look at it, SEC. This guy couldn't handle guys coming across his face, and that's all he did all game. And then that was set the groundwork, and now he can't handle it.
And I believe you're exactly right about those two. I think Hunt has been playing the best out of all the rookies. Yeah, I've really been impressed with what he's done.
He's been the
one that, and he's the only one that benefited from not starting off the season because he was the backup, Jesse Davis backup to start off the season. The other two just automatically started game one.
My problem with Hunt is like his best game was like his first game, the San Francisco game, when like Arik Armstead just took him on straight on power. My problem is like my issue with Hunt is when you go look at guys like, I think we can all agree Marcus Golden is not elite, but he's good. He's good. He's got great great bend, and he can convert power to speed. And look, Hunt didn't have the feet to handle that. He was a disaster against. That's my thing. Hunt doesn't have the feet for open space. He can't handle bend around the edge, and what was I gonna say? He can't handle, and he can't deal with guys who can convert power to speed. He can only handle guys with power games.
A lot of Dolphin fans think this O-line is complete. They got rookies and they can develop.
And you know what's the thing is? All the things I just named about Hunt, those are the exact reasons why he's a guard.
He should go to guard. He's a
guard, man. I don't need you to go to the second level as a guard, bro.
No. Just have the whole interior. Just have maulers. Have Finley, a mauling center, and Hunt, and Tua will be able to step up as much as he wants, and deliver the ball.
And this is what I've been saying. We've been watching New England Patriots for over 18 years. And what do we notice? We notice Brady patting that damn ball. We notice him stepping up, having time. What we're saying here is, let's be the very best in the trenches here. Indianapolis and Raiders have it. Let's get rid of Carroll, put Creed Humphrey in there, get a Penei Sewell, put him there at right tackle, and now all of a sudden Hunt looks better and Kindle automatically looks better.
That's crazy too.
And the run game is better. The RPO is better.
Now Tua doesn't have to flip his hip.
I will say this though.
Like a pretzel.
I will say this: the RPO. I like that. There are times in the RPO where Tua needs to make a better decision. But I will say this though. And I mean, like, it just is what it is. I'm not. Oh wow, Dwayne Haskins got released 20 minutes ago.
He deserves it, man. I lost hope in him already. I'm really mad at Dwayne Haskins.
No sympathy for him.
People were saying
I don't not anymore.
People were saying to draft him.
If we wasn't doing it before this draft process, I was saying if the Redskins don't want him, I wouldn't mind the Dolphins taking a flyer on him because he played better than me his rookie year. Then
Josh Allen, all right.
You know where he needs to go? Yeah. He needs to go to Pittsburgh right now.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Everybody needs to go to Pittsburgh right now. It seems.
No, but he's perfect. He is a statue pocket quarterback. He is not. It's like he needs to go where an offense that is built for that.
Exactly. I mean, just like people want Sam Darnold to go to the Steelers so he can reunite with Juju or whatever like that, and But back to the O-line, we've been noticing that the Texans. I've been cool with the Texans pick being at 6 and 7 for the last couple of weeks because I feel as though we can get a receiver there without it being picking at 3 or whatever. Now that we have the 3rd overall pick and it may stay that way, it's like we might as well go O-line. It's like I don't want to, but we got to.
Why would I not take the most transcendent tackle?
Exactly.
Over the last 10 years and arguably the best. Guys, I want you to let this set in. I want people to realize this. This man was playing starting left tackle at Oregon, beating up guys in their 20s at 17 years old. He started his first game at left tackle when he was 17.
Who was that? Who you talking
Penei
about?
Sewell.
Okay.
17 years old. He was taking on. Buddy, I watched him his freshman year. You know why? Because I watched college football, but also, dude, PFF kept raving about this kid. Buddy, he was the highest graded offensive lineman ever by PFF standards in his freshman year.
That's
Bro,
impressive. That's
17
impressive.
years old. This guy was taking on guys 20 and up and pushing them out of the way and tossing them, bro.
And that's why I've shifted my mind state to we're gonna have to get an O-lineman.
Can I
Just
say
complete
something, guys?
Just complete it.
We're
Just complete the
talking about-
O-line.
I just want to mention our development management team with Greer, Mackenzie Allen. They have done a phenomenal job.
And thank you for bringing that up, bro. I wanted to bring this up. I brought this up to Rhino. All these people out here wanting to hate on Tua. Did they all forget Marvin Allen drafted Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes? You think he didn't know what he was doing when he drafted Tua Tagovailoa? And shout out to 3 yards
Over
per carry.
Herbert, too. Over Herbert still.
Shout out to 3 yards per carry crew because they confirmed what I've been saying, that it's on tape right now from this game. Chan Gailey called a totally different game when Fitz was in compared to it is actually now being confirmed by other outlets, bro.
It's abundantly clear now. I was wondering that too.
It's no longer a reason conspiracy theory or you know
discussion.
what I mean? Now other podcasts, major podcasts are starting to see it. And
reason why do you think that is?
Reason, did you see the replay of the game when there was one route over the Tampa 2? The linebacker said he didn't take that shot to him.
Yeah, someone watched Dante Cullinelli.
It's like they scared. Like it's like they scared to let Gailey scared to let Tua throw the rock down the field.
Yeah, well, he gave him a couple shots.
He only gives him shots, but it seems like Fitzpatrick always have a route that's going.
Okay, this is what happened. If you go by Tua, I have the dropbacks. I've cut them up. I've started making my notes. He only missed 2 reads and 2 throws all night.
Yes.
If you actually sit there and watch it, he only missed 2 reads and 2 throws.
17 for 20.
You know, also gets me upset. I don't think upset because we're winning and it's working. Is that when we put Fitzpatrick in, they catch the ball better and are able to get some yak off of it.
Here you go. Let me say this. Let me say this. Did you notice how they were? Did you notice all of a sudden they started matching Gesicki up with McMillan?
Exactly. I was wondering when Tua was going to pick on McMillan. McMillan sucks in coverage. He sucks in coverage.
Tua started 8 games at that point. That was the first time in 8 games, and it took him leaving the game that I had seen Mike Gesicki used as a motion man. Other than that, it had been Grant or Bowden or Isaiah Ford since he returned.
That's on Gailey feeling confident.
And
that's facts. Gailey's not confident in Tua yet. He's not comfortable in what he
You know what he is?
He's not comfortable with him.
Because the 2 reads he missed, had big play potential.
Yeah, they did.
He went back to, okay, well, let's keep it conservative with the kid. He's not seeing it. That's not how you call the game, bro. Listen, I did not see any throw in the last 10 minutes when Fitz came in that Tua hasn't made in his first 7 starts, bro.
Right.
The only thing that Fitzpatrick has over Tua is just he's able to process quickly. Because he's a 16-year veteran.
Exactly.
He's been in Chan Gailey's system for 6 years for 2 different teams. So Gailey is just comfortable with what Fitzpatrick can do. And that's
Fin Squad. You know what I've been telling people?
What?
Tua Tagovailoa is the better quarterback and football player. Ryan Fitzpatrick is the better NFL player. Right. That's the issue right now.
And what I will say is he's not better at reading than Tua. I will say this. In terms of throwing behind the linebacker's air, what you need to do in the NFL, not in the SEC. You need to throw the back shoulder. That is wide open.
Well, he's tried that. He's done it to Grant. Grant drops it.
And he did
that's what I hate. Like I hate that we do those to Grant. Why can't we do that
because we don't have anyone else that can. We don't have anyone else that can. We don't have anyone else that can take the top off of the defense. That's what
pisses me off so
much. Let me finish my point. In terms of Fitzpatrick throwing behind a linebacker's ear, that's wide open in the NFL. Back shoulder somebody is on you, but that's still back shoulder. You're open.
Tua don't know the passing lanes yet in the NFL. That's what he doesn't know the passing lanes yet.
Fitzpatrick
And that just
cannot read like Tua, but he can do that.
No, he can't. And Fitzpatrick's like, because he's such a veteran, he knows the defense. Fitzpatrick don't really read the field that much. He just goes to that person he knows is going to be open in that read.
Watch, Sharif, you clearly watched Dante's little clips, okay?
Oh, yes, I did.
Did you see how basically Fitz got a similar look in the Tampa 2?
Yes.
And he processed it pre-snap.
Yes.
And he knew where to go pre-snap. But no rookie knows that yet.
Yes.
Exactly. That's why I'm not worried. I'm not worried about Tua at all.
Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes.
They said
Patrick Mahomes just won a Super Bowl, and he literally said,
I didn't know how to read defenses yet.
I didn't know how to read defenses like until halfway through this season.
Exactly. That's why there's a sector of the Dolphins fans that I've seen that are like, oh, we shouldn't have got Tua, we should have got Herbert, or tried even harder to get Burrow because they're looking like this and everything. And I'm like, people need to understand. People need to understand. Tua out of Herbert and Burrow is somewhat less athletically. His game is more cerebral. With Burrow and Herbert, they don't have to use their brain as much or read as much. They can use their athleticism to create extra time and improvise. And once they see something, they got a strong arm to throw it and get it there.
Hey, you know what's another thing?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Okay. And with Tua, it's more cerebral. And if it's cerebral, that means he has to see these to have the playing time. Once he catches up to the NFL speed, it's a wrap for these teams. It's a wrap. It's going to be a wrap for people.
This is why I always say New England had 5 to 7 seconds for Brady, and they had that on a 10, 15-year span. It cost money to pay offensive line. We need Humphrey and Penei.
Here's the thing. Here's the main thing, and no one's talked about it.
Go ahead, Rhino. Go ahead.
Reason and I have talked about it a little bit. I think the main thing that people have to remember is that Flo, Gailey, they all value not turning over the ball. It's very important.
Yes.
And I think what we're all scared of, who are very, very pro Tua, is that attitude may be hurting him right now, and we don't want it to go any further than that. Tua's going to have to throw some of that off and go back to what he was in Alabama and just start throwing some more tight windows.
And you know what? And we're getting to that reality sooner rather than later, Rhino, because this conservative shit ain't going to win in the playoffs, bro.
No.
And Josh Williams 499 says, reason, it's funny, everyone killed Tua in college for being too aggressive, always going for big plays. Ball security is all he's trying. I agree with that. Here's the thing, you got Chan Gailey calling a conservative game, and I truly think Tua didn't want to turn the ball over and be the guy that cost the Miami Dolphins a playoff spot.
Exactly.
I actually think
that us being in the playoff spot is pressuring Tua. He has some pressure to not
I think he's
take risky throws.
Well, he's already been being told clearly, take what the defense gives you.
Of course.
So they've already put that in his mind, be safe with the ball, take what they give you.
And he's very elite at getting rid of the ball if the play is broken. Look at that screen we ran, and he was just able to throw it away right quick, knowing that the defensive back was right in his face. He's very good at not turning over the ball.
And I tell you this, I don't know if because Tua's a rookie, Tua should at least have 7 interceptions. I just don't get how these players can't catch the ball. Maybe it's the rotation
on the football
or something of the ball, but they cannot come down with the ball. It's becoming uncanny right now.
Matt Collins owned up for his late in that game because he dropped a couple. He dropped a couple.
Yeah, but here's another thing. Look at this. Here's another thing. Again, in the 8 starts he had, including the Raiders, I haven't seen broken coverage once. And then it happens the moment he comes out, and to the point where Fitz can make a throw without even looking because the coverage is so broken and there's no one within 20 yards of Mac. Tua doesn't even get those kind of breaks, bro.
No. Well, from what I heard, that was just a dumb play call by the Raiders because they played a zone right there.
Well, that's fine, but why can't he get those brain farts? Here's the thing. If you actually look about it, Molinari,
honestly,
their defensive coordinator, he was confusing Tua and Chan Gailey at times.
Can we break this down a little? Let's talk about the when you hand the ball off in read option. That's already 1 second. That means you're progressing your initial read before snap. You're hoping now for linebackers and safeties to move where you think they will.
Well,
Now,
no, it's pretty simple. If you RPO, basic concept, like basic simplicity is you either A, watch the linebacker, or B, the safety is really the one you watch for, because if it's single high, you're going to throw it. If it's too high, you're going to run the ball.
and
Because if it's single high, that means there's a safety in the box.
now, reason, let's add in the factor that 2.7 seconds by average, Tua gets the ball.
But we didn't run very much RPO as well, also, for like, so people know.
Exactly. So with a Creed Humphrey and a Penei, I think we can at least, if Tua runs an RPO, he can at least get 2 more seconds, is what I'm really saying. In the end.
Okay.
Not well, you're not, but an RP, no, you don't. Because an RPO, the problem you're going to have an RPO if you give them 2 extra seconds is you're going to get linemen being ineligible downfield because they're run blocking. So they're moving guys downfield. You can't do that. So you got to make your decision pre-snap if I'm running, or if the ball is being ran or if it's being thrown.
That's a great point.
Well, this is the basic fundamentals of
I
what an
didn't know
RPO
that.
is, right?
I didn't know
and
that.
then on top of that, the reason why you'll only get 1 or 2 routes to decide off of, basically to eye the corners and the linebackers and the coverage, is because it's got to be a bang bang play. If I give you 3 or 4 routes in an RPO, you could get caught looking and then we get a penalty. It's got to be. And another reason why is if you give 3 or 4 routes, more often than not, you're going to get away from the run portion more often than not in the RPO, because they're just going to see stuff that they want to throw in the pass.
Dang. If Tua is getting an extra 2 seconds on the RPO, that means the run game must be popping then. That means he can just
yeah, but you're getting laundry.
The run game must be killing people.
Yeah, man. I want that. I want that. Hey,
yo.
Keep in mind, I love Devontae Smith. I want him.
I want Devontae.
He's not gonna be there at 21.
Listen,
that's why. And
this
that's
is the only way I
why.
trade back. This is the only way I trade back.
I want him.
If the Jets take Penei Sewell, now I have the Justin Fields pick.
Yep.
Now I am fielding offers. If they take Justin Fields, which I think they're going to clean house, I think they're going to bring in their old guy to mold. And like I said, people, I know everyone's like, oh, Urban Meyer won't go there. People don't forget. A reason why Trevor Lawrence was saying he was basically going to declare for the draft if the Jets finished with the number 1 pick. Guys, if you win in New York, you're a freaking god, bro. That's the biggest market to win in. And if you can win with the Jets, they haven't won since freaking Namath, bro. That's the
challenge.
Biggest. That's the biggest market. You bring 1 chip, and you will be a god walking the streets of New York.
I don't think.
Look at Sanchez. He got to an AFC title game, and he's already made it.
And Rex tattooed him on his ass, bro.
But bro, I live in New Jersey. I'm surrounded by filthy Jets fans every single day of my life, and it's not going to happen. It's not. That it will take a god to try to do that for the Jets. They will never be good. They will never get this right. They will never do it.
Knocking on wood, bro.
I mean, people can.
I don't need to knock on wood. They're not. They're not.
Never is a very long time.
They're not. Well, I know y'all don't know me, and rest in peace, Shula. But he cursed us. He cursed us. And I loved Shula. And I used to say to my friend, I'm like, yo, the Dolphins will never be anything until the great Don Shula dies. He passes, 3 weeks before the draft? And we get to it, we're starting to build up, bro. We're about to make the playoffs, and we have the 3rd pick in the draft. Like, come on. Like, what is going on here?
I gotta say this. Curtis, I gotta say this. Curtis, were you not listening to what was just being said? He says Tua plays 50 minutes, 85 yards, 10 minutes, 190 yards. Don't care about the excuses why. Buddy, play calling is not an excuse, bro. Well, see, this is the ignorance and the people that don't know what they're talking about, and then they come out here and they act like their opinion is like some sort of cemented fact.
Bro, I think we're gonna deal with this. All
their opinion is some subjective, uneducated, non-understanding opinion of football, and they're trying. Look at he said play calling for different quarterbacks is not an excuse. Have you ever heard that in your life?
Why aren't you sharing the chips, dude? I want some chips too, bro.
Have you ever heard that in your life, bro?
So play calling for a rookie and for a 16-year veteran that's been in the system for 6 years doesn't matter? Is that what he's trying to say?
That's what he's trying to say.
Is he a Dolphin fan?
You know what my problem is,
Can't be.
Squad? You know what my problem is? You have a bunch of stat watchers who don't look at the context of why the stats are why the way they are. That's your biggest problem, bro.
You know what I've come to realize over the last just month of Tua?
That you need a bottle of Tylenol when you talk to these.
Yes, and I feel as though it's really going to be like that his entire career with us. We're going to have to do while we're still winning. Oh, he didn't do that. Oh, but we won. Oh, he only threw for 200 yards and 1 touchdown. Yeah, but we won by 14.
Let me hit you with something, Fin Squad, because you're from New Jersey, so you see the NFC landscape, okay? So you'll know.
Surrounded by them. So
I propose this to Damien, and I propose this to Rhino, and I propose this to Ball Game, and I've also proposed this to shout out legendary left tackle Richmond Webb in private. If I were to tell you in the years of the Legion of Boom that Russell Wilson, after the Legion of Boom left, off what he had shown you, okay, that he was going to be in discussion for not only the best quarterback, but the best player in the world. Would you call me a bold-faced liar if I would have told you that in year 2 or year 3 of his career? Probably. You would have been like, I don't see it, bro. Because they didn't ask him to do anything. You know what they did? Marshawn Lynch, Legion of Boom, take us there. Russell, don't turn the ball over. And what happened? When they put the ball in his hands against the Patriots and they could have gone back-to-back, what happened? Who threw the interception? Russell Wilson, when Marshawn Lynch could have just waltzed it right in. So they weren't like, look at Russell Wilson wasn't even at the level he's at right now, and that's year 2 in a Super Bowl after already winning one. Just saying, bro. Just saying, but
Reese, you can't let them. They can't let you get to you, Reese. You can't let them get to you.
No, it doesn't get me. But you know what the thing is, bro? The thing is, by their logic, we would have got rid of a Russell Wilson, bro.
I know. It's.
I want you to think about that.
It's sickening the people's logic. That's why it's like, if you're doing film work and you're seeing things and you're not being a ball watcher and actually know the game of football, people wouldn't say these dumb things. Try not to curse. And that's why I like y'all this stream, because you let people talk, you play videos, you go through the film, you play the all 22 and everything, so you can educate these fools out here, because they're Dolphin fans and they're representing us all wrong because they have no knowledge of the game.
And guys,
and what we're doing.
Let me preface this, because I don't want people to think we're generalizing. This is like 5% of the fan base, as you guys.
Of course,
I call them the dark side, the toxic side.
But like, that dark side are everywhere on Twitter, more than the 95%.
And
Facebook or any type of social media. That 5% is just more, show up more than that 95, and it's aggravating. So
Twitter's the worst for it, bro. Oh my god.
Twitter's
can I get a channel plug? If you don't mind.
Go ahead.
What's good? My name D1 Chosen. I'm the Fin Squad Enforcer. I've been representing us in the TTC. That's the Trash Talking Circle on the net on YouTube. I make Miami Dolphin trash talking videos. No analysis. It's just trash talking that opponent that we're facing. I make Miami Dolphins music, trash talking music, and I make Miami Dolphin trailers. So look out for the channel D1 Chosen 973, or just D1 Chosen.
There you go, YouTube. Bro. Plug life.
Plug life.
All right, Damien, I haven't really heard your take, bro. Let's go back, circle all the way back. The Miami Dolphins have the number 3 overall pick, bro. No.
Do we really gotta ask me this?
Well, Damien, I'm going to because I said this to Rhino privately. I'll say it to you publicly. No, I said it to you and Rhino privately. I'll say it publicly for everyone to hear. You're not one of those guys who just watches film when the season is done. You watch college as it's happening. You're pretty up on college. Especially for all the people that I bring up on the round table up here. You're really up there. That's why you're going to be a part of the draft show. I wanted to ask you, what are you doing at 3? And what do you think the Jets are doing?
Okay. First of all, I want to apologize for my tardiness.
That's all good, bro. It's all good, man.
Bad day.
Rhino. So, all right, I'm gonna get to us first before the Jets. I'm going backwards.
Of course.
I am taking, to me, the best player in the NFL draft, the guy who resembles the best offensive tackle ever in NFL, which is Anthony Munoz. I'm taking Penei Sewell. I'm not hesitating. I love Tua to death. I think he was the better player in the draft last year. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm taking Penei Sewell. I'm not hesitating. I want the guy that's going to protect my franchise quarterback's blind side. Because guess what? If nobody's protecting the quarterback's blind side, quarterback can't throw. I'm taking Penei. I'm not hesitating. They don't even have to put me on the clock. He's going up there.
I hate when I see Tua get hit. I hate it. I hate it, bro. I hate it so much. Every time I see him go to the ground, I hate it.
And let me hear what you think of what's happening with the Jets, Dame.
All right, with the Jets.
And why?
Okay, a couple of scenarios. First, with the news
Bill
of
O'Brien.
Urban Meyer.
Is that pyro?
With the news of oh god.
I love Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien.
Bro, this man should be in the Ring of Honor. Anyways, continue on.
Let me just say real quick. Let me just say real quick.
Oh, good Lord.
Let me just say real quick, guys. Real quick. Reason. Let me just interject real quick.
Go ahead.
This is sponsored by Bill O'Brien, man.
Yes, it is. Shout out, bro. We need to hire Bill O'Brien, not as a coach, just have him somewhere, because that man has done more for this organization than I've ever seen another coach or player done.
I need him to be our trade advisor of what he thinks the other person will take.
And what? Do the opposite?
Yeah.
This guy, once we win the Super Bowl, we're gonna look back at Bill O'Brien and say,
yes,
he was the guy.
Yes, he was.
He started.
He jump started it. He jump started it all.
Bill, I want a bust outside of Miami, out of Hard Rock for him. I want a gold jacket for him too. But Damien, finish off. I want to hear what you think.
Okay, I'm about to finish right now. I just want to put these 2 tidbits in. One, I have a Houston
go ahead.
fan. Me being a bartender, I have a Houston fan that I give free drinks to this whole season because he's a Houston fan and I thank him for Bill O'Brien. That's one. I swear to God on that. 2, Bill O'Brien is our Minnesota Vikings to what Dallas was with Dallas.
Well, I said that to my boy Fat. Yes, it is.
That's what he is.
Yeah, I said that to somebody.
We always need an idiot, just like the Lakers had the Charlotte Hornets. You
always need an idiot. Oh, that's
fact. With the Vladdy Divac Kobe Bryant trade. All right, okay.
You always need that. Now, getting back to the Jets, it's a lot of factors that play with the Jets because let's say, for instance, Urban Meyer, the talks are really heating up with Urban Meyer. So let's just say if Urban Meyer does go to the Jets, they're going to probably take Justin Fields. That's hands down. More than likely, they're taking Justin Fields. Okay. Yeah. So, but if that doesn't happen, we have to look at it. Well, see if they hire a coach like a Brian Dable, which is the hottest offensive coordinator. Him seeing Darnold 2 games a year, he might be interested in that because look what he's done with Josh Allen. We all have to admit, coming out of college, which one were the most polished quarterback, Darnold or Allen? It was Sam Darnold. So that could be a possibility. He could stick with him and say, "Well, I want to build a wall around him." And get him weapons because Dable is a creative coordinator and he's good with quarterbacks. So that's why things could really change if they hire the right coach that might not want to shy away from Donald and take that Penei pick. If they take the Penei pick, then things changes. Then we can ask for a king's ransom. We can probably get 2 first, a top-notch player. Like, say if we trade with I'm thinking of teams like, say for instance, the Washington football team. Let's just say for instance, the Washington football team, they don't make the playoffs, so they're within the top 10. Okay, give us 2 first, Terry McLaurin.
Woo!
Let us have that. Like,
Don't
we can
tease
get,
me.
no, we can literally get for this pick.
And they've got a plethora of first along the front
Yeah.
line that we could probably pluck
Yeah,
one
'cause-
from, because they won't eventually be able to pay them all.
Yeah, because let me tell you something. Justin Fields ain't that far off to me.
Buddy, if you can give McLaren F1, bro.
Yo, we can then move off of DVP, and I love DVP, but he stays hurt. I mean, we
Yeah.
gotta call it what we gotta call it.
Yeah.
So, like, this pick right here, if we lose out on Penei, as long as we stay at 3, the world is, hey, man, just like Nas said, the world is yours.
World
man.
is yours. Whose world is
The
it?
world is
The
yours.
world
man.
is yours.
Devon-
The world
Devon-
is yours.
Devontae is a number 2. If we can have Devontae as the number 2, I think the sky's the limit. When
Oh,
he
yo, we
becomes
put
the number
Scary
2.
Terry at number 1. We
Yeah.
put Scary Terry at number 1. It's over.
Yeah. Whew. See, yeah,
Like,
give me
it's
McLaren
just-
F1 all day, baby. If he did what he did with Haskins, what's he going to do with Tua?
Oh, yeah,
My
they cut
God.
Haskins too just now.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I have him up here. Shout out Sean Tunsil. I need you, my dude. You need to hit up the homie Laramie. You need, like, bro, I will send you stamps.
Come back home.
I will
man.
send you
Facts, bro.
postage. I will
Facts,
send you.
bro.
You need to send him
Bro.
like a bouquet of flowers. I want chocolates. Send a teddy bear, bro. Like, if we come
I
away
mean-
with Penei Sewell, my goodness gracious me. Woo!
Bro, it's like the whole chain of events happen. Like, we wouldn't be in this situation if somebody didn't leak the gas mask Laramie Tunsil footage on draft night.
It was his stepdad.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, his stepdad. I found out about that like last year. Like, it was a whole thing with his stepdad and everything. But if it wasn't for that happening and getting Tunsil and him being what he becomes as a player, to even make that trade for us to get to this place now in a prime place to make the playoffs and have the number 3 draft pick, it's just the whole, circumstances of all the events adding up.
And what it really is the development. Like I was saying earlier,
That too.
Allen, McKenzie, Greer. Look at how much players that they developed. We end up with 10 wins and we cannot run the ball, neither protect.
Exactly.
7 seconds. So when we talk about the development, Needhams of the world, we talk about the Silers of the world. We talk about even our.
I love Zach.
You see what I'm saying?
Like,
Siler was on our practice squad a year ago. So you're talking about the development.
He was with the Bengals practice squad. Then we signed him up and put him on the practice squad and then he started this. I think his first start was that Bengals game maybe of last year. Or maybe the game before that.
Mark Collins. Mark Collins' development in the last 5 weeks, we really needed him. We're talking about, look at, we have Chris Myerick on our practice squad. He's a damn good tight end. And he can't make it because Shaheem and Scott is already there.
Bro, I love our tight end core. I haven't loved our tight ends in so long. I love our tight end core. Like, you got every type of tight end. Like, I love how the direction of this team is being built. Like you said, like, it's development. Look how much better Jerome Baker is.
Right. We had
look how much.
We had a bus ticket for Jerome Baker. Trust me. And guess what? He's fitting in now fine. And he's even fitting in when guys are hurt or on COVID. So now development. So imagine
7 sacks. What do you got? 7 sacks?
I don't know, but imagine if we can get a Charles Surratt, if we can get a Nick Collins, if we can get a Bolton, we can get somebody in there to go with Van Noy for his next year. And go on the side of a Roberts, well, I don't know if a Landon Roberts would even be back at full strength.
I think we needed a Landon Roberts type of linebacker, that first down linebacker for the run plays.
We even need that linebacker more because Landon Roberts is going on IR. So now that tells you, yes,
that hurt. That
he went on the card. So what I'm saying
hurt me.
I'm depending on our development. And then our 10 wins this year in a second-year rebuild. We need our alignment. We need that Creed Humphrey and that Penei. I mean, and I just could trust the development of Kinley and Hunt.
I mean, I don't know where y'all were with this season before it began. I always said, like, yo, if we make the playoffs, that's just a bonus. This is the second year of the rebuild. We're the second youngest team in the NFL. We got 11 or 12 new starters.
Yeah, I thought our floor was 7 and our ceiling was 9, and that was based off with them not making the change to on that what was it, the week 11 or week 12 original bye.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
where I wanted him to start at. His first start. I wanted to be Jets bye week Jets for Tua to play to get his first start. And
I sent a message to Reason and saying, this first 4 weeks of Tua's starts were his 4 weeks of play were his preseason. He actually found his great target he became good with, which was Kasicki 3 weeks ago. Now he's the ball, whereas like we talked about 15 minutes ago about behind the ear and back shoulder. This is open in the NFL. That's what it means. You're open for a split.
And that's definitely open for Gesicki. Just
so
throw it in the
like
area.
A wall, along with Gailey holding him back, that's like a wall any rookie can hit. I don't see what Fitzpatrick is seeing right now. And so this is Tua's fourth game if you look at it, because he had his preseason in his first 4. This is now his fourth game he will be playing.
Are we giving Tua the win for this game so we can make him 6-2 as a starter, or what are we doing?
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't, because we didn't have the lead when he left. It's like a pitcher, right? If a pitcher doesn't have the lead when he leaves the game, he doesn't get the win. The reliever gets the win.
We were down by 3.
Check this out. Check this out. I want to show people. This is as a freshman, okay? Watch this redirect and watch this pancake, okay? This is as a freshman, okay? All right, peeps this. Let me bring it up. Where got here? Hold on. Yeah, okay, there we go. Never mind. Check this. This is as a freshman. And this is this is a run set, obviously, you'll see. Okay, so this is Penei right here. All right. So remember, he's like 17. He started 17, and then he was 18 by the end of the season. Okay. Watch him take on this man.
What school is this against?
This is against, I believe this is against like some jabroni. It's against a jabroni team.
Okay. Jesus.
And look, it just shoved him down to the ground. Watch that again. Now watch it in full motion.
Yeah, a week earlier, he was at the high school prom. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
I think it might be Washington State.
What a junior.
That's
what a junior.
Yeah, it's Washington State. Yeah.
That's scary.
It's the red. But watch again. Here you go.
Wow.
Oh, don't kill me.
And then look, it just finishes him, puts him on the ground. And the run's here. The run's here, and he's got the edge all the way over here, bro. He redirects him and pancakes him. And that's as a freshman, bro.
You see the mean streak, how he continues until he forces him down on the ground.
Look at he gets under his pads and just drives them back, bro.
Hold on, so he's only 20 right now?
Ooh, boy. Ooh, I can't wait. I cannot
he's young.
Yeah,
How
young.
old is he?
He's 20. He's 20.
He's 20?
Yeah.
How are you 20 with the first round pick?
Bro, we got too many young ones. Our line going to consist of 21 and 20-year-olds on the line.
20-year-old tackles. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. By the time they reach their second contract, they'll be just 25 and just probably entering their prime.
That's cuckoo nuts.
This is why we draft him, so we can have him there for 15, 20 years. The same way with Munoz, the same way with Lurie Allen. We can have the best tackle in football for 15 to 20 damn years because he's that young.
I know.
Money, but hell, him and Tua, we pay them the money.
Yo, we have a Patriots philosophy. We have a Patriots philosophy. We all know how Bill Belichick used to churn the O-line. He never really liked playing big money to the O-lineman, but if you deserve it, you got it. Like if you were really exceptional. And I think that's going to be our mind state and Brian Flores' mind state. Like every year, we're just going to pick an O-lineman somewhere in the draft.
I wish you guys could see my tweet. I wish you guys could see my tweet on Twitter where on December 22nd where I said if Bengals can win another game or 2 games, this is me at the NFL podium. I was basically
Yeah, but you know what's crazy is like what people don't realize if you actually like watch Sewell, he looks like he could play tight end if he wanted to.
yeah.
Like he's super athletic. Like he's gonna run a crazy 40 for a guy his size.
His brother's a corner.
Yeah, his brother's a damn good corner too.
Hey, can y'all guys?
Oh, so it's athleticism.
There you go.
Yeah.
Rome says, there you go. Like I said, Penei was 19 when the NFL season started. By the draft, I think he's 20.
Wow.
Hey, can you guys
He
hear me
grown
right
into
now?
his body yet. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you, Josh.
He's not even in his man body yet.
I'm not going to show Parsons' film right now because I'm not going to start bringing stuff up. But like I showed, if you go back to my top 25 players to watch, I had Parsons clips in there. And when I do my big board, I'll have Parsons clips and footage on there. But like my thing with Parsons, guys, is he's not a natural middle linebacker. I wouldn't be mad if they take him at 3, but I'm not taking an outside linebacker pass rush specialist right now at 3 in terms of needs. Like I would rather tackle is a big need, or I'll trade back. And if I trade back to like 6 or 7 and Parsons is staring me in the face, okay.
He's going.
But I don't think he. I
from
don't think he.
Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he makes it past Atlanta.
He's going at 4.
Okay, so one thing I want to say is like this has really been bothering me in the chat. So we have a ton of people who say Tua is just used to Alabama open, like he doesn't know how to throw people open. Now, if you look at just about every game he's played this year, he's been able to throw with anticipation. He's been able to throw with great timing, and just about every single game he's played. It's not that he needs receivers to be 15 yards open because he has the arm talent to throw people open.
Yep.
I just think in the games that with the pressure he's getting from Eric Flowers just completely whiffing on blocks. You got Austin Jackson completely just getting beat off the first step.
Yes, sir.
All this stuff is happening to where Tua is.
Oh, you watch
his
tape
mental
apparently.
speeding up.
Oh, you're logical. What's your name?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
what's your name?
I'm not gonna give him too many excuses because sometimes
Yeah.
you know he do miss a throw. But let's not act like Tua doesn't have the arm talent to make these type of throws. He has the arm to make any type of throw that he wants. I think I want to find a video because there's one play that just shows this guy's mental aptitude. So I believe this was his first year as a starter back in 2018, and Jerry Jeudy was running a fade route towards the back of the pylon. Well, Tua saw that Jeudy was running to the back pylon, and he knew that he was kind of, he wouldn't have enough time to fit that ball there, and he saw that the defender was, watching him. So what he decided to do was, instead of throwing a fade to the back of the post, he threw the ball towards the front pylon so Jeudy could, curl back to the front of the pylon, and then the defender had no chance of getting to the ball. Tua has the arm, he has the IQ to throw these type of balls. So let's stop this notion that he needs receivers to be 15 yards open. That is a lot.
Hey, bro. It ain't gonna stop.
Well, here we go. Josh, okay, so you watched him at Bama, right? Obviously.
Yes.
How many of his receivers are popping off right now at the pro level? I mean, I thought all these guys, like last I checked, he started. Let's say he's 5-2, okay, and
6-2. He's 6-2.
Oh, you're trying to give him that win, eh?
Bro, we was only down by 3 points, damn it. 6-2.
All right, okay. Anyways, 2 of those games out of those 7 or 8 you want to count were comeback wins. He came back against Kyler, bro. People seem to forget. And here's a perfect example of what you're talking about with he can make any throw. Am I the only one who forgot how he threaded the needle, anticipated the window, trusted his arm, and trusted his receiver, Gesicki, to be there on that throw against KC?
Yes.
Like, here you go. This guy, Herbert, was living off seam throws and just throws that showcase his arm, while Tua in his first couple games was eating off comebacks across the body towards the sideline to Jakeem Grant.
Well, here's another thing I want to say to you guys. So y'all know Jalen Hurts had all the receivers Tua had on top of Calvin Ridley. So he had Devontae Smith, he had Jerry
Henry
Jeudy,
Ruggs.
he had Henry Ruggs, and he had Calvin Ridley.
Mm-hmm.
He had all those receivers, and his freshman year, Calvin Ridley was the only receiver who pretty much got targets. And I believe that year, the next best receiver was the running back in terms of receiving yards. Like Jalen Hurts had the same
Josh Jacobs.
receivers. Nobody knew about Devontae Smith, Henry Ruggs, and all them until Tua came on the scene. And now those guys have, great talent, right? But the thing that Tua did was he maximized their talent by hitting them in stride.
Yes.
So
and also, Josh, not to cut you off, I heard that Jerry Jeudy stayed because of Tua.
Yeah.
He stayed because of Tua.
Well, Tua was almost going to stay back because of Devontae Smith, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Here's the thing, and I think it comes down to this is where we talk about no preseason and stuff. And when they were doing training camp, he was working way too much with the 2s and the 3s, and then only getting 1s work when Fitz had to leave because of family emergencies. Now you're seeing he doesn't have a comfort. Here's the thing. There's no comfort with his receivers yet because it's a carousel.
Yeah.
B, on top of the no comfort, he doesn't trust their separation ability because we, as fans, we don't even do that. What do you think the guy throwing to them does? All right. And he's a rookie. He's not a guy who's seen everything 10 years in the game. Okay. Then on top of that, he's not fully comfortable and doesn't fully trust his offensive line because he doesn't know whether it's coming up the gut, the right, or the left. Like, you know what I've seen? Here's a telltale sign of anyone who's actually watched film on Tua. Okay? You could tell it wasn't about better protection. It wasn't about any of that, having better players or going up against worse players. He had a level of comfort with his linemen of Alabama that he climbed the pocket. His footwork was something I used to always rave about. The way he used to climb the pocket was something I used to rave about. And it was when he felt the arcs, when his guys were getting arced out wide and he felt the pressure then coming in, he moved up. And it's because he was comfort and he trusted his interior. So he trusted the climb. Now, he doesn't trust Flowers. He doesn't trust Davis on the interior. He doesn't trust Karras. So what does he do? Instead of climbing, now he's developing the bad habit of he steps up and out most of the time, and he tries to make a throw on the run. Tua never had to do that in Alabama and it's not about better talent. It's because it's so leaky up front. He doesn't trust. I've given you multiple reasons of why he's not comfortable and doesn't trust his receiving core and his offensive line, and that's pretty much the freaking bread and butter you need to be successful as a quarterback in the NFL.
Exactly.
You need to give me at least one of them. You need to give me at least one.
And then also people forget, Herbert's doing this, Burrow's doing that. Okay, those were the starters. Even though we didn't have much of an offseason, much of training camp, or no preseason games, they were still able to practice with their starters.
Yeah, but this is what upsets me. This is what upsets me. I'm not upset with you. When people bring that up, they need to remember one thing. If Tua was in his position, does anyone think that he wouldn't have the same stats or better?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
That's right. And they are playing from behind all the time. All the time they're playing from behind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look
and on top of it, he was rehabbing while them two was trying to get better. Tua was rehabbing this offseason. He wasn't working.
And also another thing that's not being considered. They're asking Herbert to throw more than what they're asking for Tua.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, but look at when Tua got 48 attempts, he had 300.
His attempts, Herbert's attempts is ridiculous, man.
Okay, listen. I've already done that, right? Where I extrapolated the 531 attempts. Everyone's seen this. Okay. I want to send everyone this, okay? I want to ask you this. All right? Answer me the question. Comment section and on the panel right now. Okay, and two of you guys up here know what this is. All right, I'm dropping the link. I want you guys to answer me. Do you want quarterback A, the image I'm going to show you, do you want quarterback A or do you want quarterback B? If you know the answer, don't spoil, but tell me. Okay, tell me right now what you want. Quarterback A or quarterback B? Quarterback A, 295 completions, over 494 attempts. He has a 59.32 completion percentage, 3,369 yards, 23 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, and 23 sacks. QBB, 264 attempts, 264 completions, 406 attempts, 65.02 completion percentage, 43 yards, 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 33 sacks.
Obviously, B.
Who are you taking?
B.
Obviously B. Taking B. Who's B?
Okay, do you want to know the answer? I'm going to tell you.
Yeah,
QBB is
who's B?
QBB is Tua Tagovailoa. These are numbers extrapolated over 14 games. Okay, and shout out to the person who created this this whole thing. His name's Kevin Dern. He's going to be coming on the show very, very soon. But here you go to explain this. What you're seeing. Fitzpatrick numbers are the combined average of his seasons under Chan Gailey as head coach and offensive coordinator. So, Buffalo from 2010 to 2012 and New York 2015 to 2016. Fitz averaged 14 games played in those years, and his numbers are reflective of that. Tua's numbers have been extrapolated over 14 starts as a rookie so far in Chan Gailey's system. All right? So, Kevin goes on to say this. These numbers reflect some obvious things. Tua doesn't push the ball downfield as much as Fitz. He's got a propensity to hold the ball a little bit longer at times and take sacks. And Fitz is a gunslinger and unafraid to throw into traffic or 50-50 balls. That's why you see the interceptions. Tua is more careful and as a result has a better touchdown-interception ratio. And for what it's worth, that touchdown-interception ratio is better than both Burrow and Herbert right now. The only thing he said is Tua is doing this as a rookie. For context of these numbers of Fitzpatrick in these systems, Fitzpatrick started 23 NFL games before ever playing a single snap for Chan Gailey. So that's your context for those numbers, guys. That puts things into perspective a little bit more. I mean, I've already showed you guys the extrapolated numbers over 531 attempts between Justin Herbert, Tua Tagovailoa, and Joe Burrow, and clearly Tua Tagovailoa is the choice over 531 attempts.
Exactly.
Now I'm showing you 14 starts, first 14 starts extrapolated over Chan Gailey's system.
Wow, that's great right there. That's great info. I want that. So I shut people up, especially the media trying to push the narrative. Oh, you can't bench Tua, keep putting him in and benching him. It's gonna hurt the rookie. Like, I'm like, hold up. Didn't he go through that in college? Wasn't he just coming in the second half of games his freshman year, or coming in the national championship and winning, and then the following year get benched in the national championship for Hurts because he was playing injured, playing bad? Like, he's used to this. This is not gonna. He's not a Carson Wentz where he's gonna break him.
No.
Like,
and you know what that tells me?
You know what that tells
me, Fin Squad? You know what that tells me? If I get to the playoffs with Tua, I might take some sacks, but I'm not losing the football.
Exactly. Like, they need to stop. I don't know. I was watching a video and this guy was like, I think people hate on Tua because of his success in Alabama.
Yep.
That's why he has the most hate on him. There's just a microscope on him more than the other rookie quarterbacks.
You know what it is, and I can blame for this. I say blame to an extent because I was so high. People like me were so high on our evaluations with him, and then you had the ESPN guys out here saying, "Oh, if Burrow," and I said it too. If Tua was healthy, Burrow would have went number one. Tua would have went number one. So a lot of people are thinking Tua needs to step in and be the best ever right away. But here's the problem. Not only did he have to shake off rust of not playing since last November, he had to shake off the injury rust, which is getting comfortable of pressure, taking those first couple of hits, getting reacclimated to game speed and being on the field, live action, like in war. He had to get acclimated to those. Then on top of that, the offensive, like if you give Tua the offensive line we had over the first 6 games, we're getting better results right now from Tua Tagovailoa. I'm telling you right now, bro. Okay,
and the same weapons. Give me Preston Williams.
I wasn't
done. Give me Preston Williams.
And this guy Preston. Bro. We used to say, even with DVP and Preston healthy, we used to say Herbert's got better weapons. Even, you add in Mixon out of the backfield. Tyler Boyd, AJ Green, even
AJ
though
Green.
not what he is.
Oh, he washed now.
You know,
That's just
but
speculation.
T. Higgins was balling when Burrow was there. So, I'm not saying he had Chargers weapons, but he had weapons. You know what I mean? You look at what we're dealing with now, bro. I don't even know if patchwork is the right fucking name for this receiving core, bro.
Nah, man, these are Lloyd's.
Bro, we are back to guys are stocking shelves on Friday at Lowe's, and they're starting on Sunday at Hard Rock Stadium, bro. You know what he's dealing? You know what? Listen, Fin Squad. You know what he's dealing with in year one? He's right now dealing with what Tom Brady left Josh McDaniels, an offense he knows better than anyone in the NFL, an offense he won 6 championships with. The same reasons he left that offense is what Tua is dealing with right now.
Exactly.
Call at me, bro.
I'm no lie. I love every play on this Dolphins team because they're a Dolphin. Bro, the Patriots receiving core is better than ours right now, bro. With who we have right now. The Patriots receiving core. Jacoby Myers would be great in this offense. I'm sorry. Like this is sickening what's going on with this offensive core. I'd rather take Hardline and Devon Best right now.
Well, here's an issue.
I'd rather have them right now.
Hey, put some respect on Hardline.
Bro, no, I got respect on Hardline. That's what I'm saying. Like they will be sitting on these Mac Hollins.
Okay.
Hardline. What? The Tannehill and Hardline back shoulder throws, man.
Brian deal, man. I was gonna trade you for a pack of chips.
Sack of chips. Nah, Bill O'Brien would have traded. You would have traded me for 3 first rounders.
Michael, I did watch the all 22. I've already chopped it up. I've watched it all every time over. I was chopping it up yesterday while I was talking with Dame and Rhino backstage. And then I watched it when I was done. He missed 2 reads and he missed 2 throws. That's what the total was. He missed 2 reads and 2 throws, and the 2 reads he missed had big play potential.
Yeah, 17.
Here's one of the biggest things for me. I think we start the game off, and I haven't been able to watch the games because most times I'll be at like service. But I do watch the stream, and I do look at what's going on, like based on the internet and stuff like that. And it seems that early in the game, Tua's being put in a lot of 3rd and long situations. It seems like the scripted plays Chan Gailey is coming out with. I mean, sometimes Tua might miss a throw here or there, but their whole first half, Tua is starting out with 3rd and long, and he's not getting a rhythm.
Yes.
Tua is a rhythm passer. If you guys watch that Alabama and Florida game, my God, did Sark put on a clinic. Like, the way this guy caught the game up, like, it was just amazing. He didn't say, okay, we're just going to go out here and, run the ball 3 times in a row. His situational play calling was just amazing. When Najee Harris could get the yards, he would go with him. And then he would go play action. And, like, just the way that he starts the game off just perfect, really. The offense doesn't come out like it's stale or anything like that. And just with Chan Gailey, just too much. We don't start the game off how we do in the 3rd quarter.
Yep, slow start.
Bro, I know. Bro, after the second, we're a second half team on offense. I swear, we're a different team offensively on offense coming out of halftime.
It shouldn't be the case because Tua has shown the ability that he can work his offense well if you put him in the right formations.
I don't know why when Chan Gailey called that draw on 3rd and long, I cringed.
Bro, oh my God, we ran it like 3 times on. We ran it 3 times on 3rd and 1, like Saturday, bro. We ran it 3 times on 3rd and 1.
And don't you worry, Rhino. I ain't putting it all on Gailey, but damn,
I think you all are blind. I think some of you are blind when it comes to that. I really do.
Ball game. This is ball game. Says Chan Gailey is old school. He takes a minute to warm up, but when he does, it's awesome. He literally stuns the opponents for their first half. I don't know. Did you hear what he said? Ball game. Chan Gailey said that he actually relies on basically coordinators he knows and other people he knows in the league, because when he retired, when he retired, he threw away all of his notes on all other offensive coordinators.
Exactly.
He literally doesn't have them anymore. He literally admitted that he relies on other people to keep him up to speed on these new guys he hasn't seen before, doesn't know that. Like, if you watch, the reason why Tua, like Fangio and Williams did when Fitz was in there a little bit in that second half. Las Vegas, Doug Marinelli, he was confusing Tua and Chan Gailey at times, it seemed. And then that's why you saw Fitz come out there, and he was way more assertive. It looks like he was doing things off script at some time. So
See, that made me realize when I heard that recently, because I think that came out after the Raiders game or whatever, or before the Raiders game, because him and Rob Marinelli are old friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That Chan Gailey was done with football. He was completely done. You know how some coaches may still watch film and stuff like that because they retired? No, he was done, and we just called him, and he just unretired for a chance to work with possibly with Tua
and Fitz,
and with Fitz, and with Fitz, and with
he said that in his preseason Zoom. He said in his preseason Zoom, he said if Fitz wasn't here, I probably wouldn't be here.
Exactly. So I think Chan Gailey, not only is our team going to be better next year offensively with a better O-line and better skill position players, better running back, but Chan Gailey is also going to be better at play calling, I believe.
I think he's grooming Godsey, the tight ends coach.
Well, I for some reason, the tight ends are the whole tight end room is spectacular,
phenomenal.
And I've been wanting a tight end for so long. Our last great tight end was Randy McMichael, and maybe Charles Clay if you want to say him, but he a traitor and went to the jail.
Guess what? If Gesicki has 136 yards this weekend, he passes Randy McMichael's single season franchise record for yardage.
Wow.
And the Bills are susceptible to the tight end going off on them.
Here's my thing, Phinside and Fin Squad. Here's my thing. Why wasn't Gesicki McMillan being exploited early on? Because again,
I don't know.
Tua's proven that he can make things happen with Gesicki. And you got patchwork. You got patchwork receivers, anyways. Like highlight.
Bro, that was the first time all night I saw Gesicki go on the seam route.
Yeah, and he motioned. That was the first time all season
night.
I've seen him motion, bro. Gesicki hasn't motioned once.
No,
bro.
Nah. They motion Gesicki. They do, but they didn't do it one time. But last night,
Tua has not been. I broke down every single play of Tua as a starter, and I've not seen Gesicki motion once.
Not once.
It's Bowden Grant or Isaiah Ford when he came back. They motioned him a few times.
As soon as they did that, what you saw, huge.
And they motioned Hollins.
Yep.
But wait a second.
But wait a second. Motion Hollins.
But wait a second. That's Gailey who called that play, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's
not on Flores. That's Gailey.
I'm just saying that one quarter. One quarter he is, and one quarter he isn't. I think the point is that he doesn't trust Tua.
He doesn't.
I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is.
He's still learning him. He's still learning his tendencies. He said it.
You know what he said right after the up-tempo success against KC? He came out and said, I didn't know Tua could run the up-tempo like that.
Yeah, but we don't see
exactly. And that's just 2 weeks ago. He said that.
Yeah, but Fin Squad. Hold on, Fin Squad. Hold on. Why aren't we running it more?
I guess
we only ran the up tempo one time. I believe it was once or twice this past once.
I guess people say running a no huddle is a double-edged sword, depending on the team that you go against. Because you can no huddle and just score quick, and then the other team score, and then what if we get stopped?
Our defense is good enough, right? Our
defense is. But it has to be situationally.
Real quick. Let me
I agree. You know what I'm doing? I'm going. If I'm behind by 3. I'm going no huddle till I'm up by 7. Then once I'm up by 7, I'm coming out of it.
But
now the ball's in your hands. Let's see what you got, buddy.
We were giving KC the fits early on in that game. You could
no pun intended. No pun intended.
Look at when
giving them the fits.
Pun intended because
you guys are missing my point. You're missing my point completely. Okay, Gailey is calling a certain way with Tua, and he's calling a certain way with Fitz. My issue is everyone is blaming Gailey, but there is not a universe, a world that exists that after 5 or 6 games that Flo, if he had an issue with it, would not have corrected it by now. Okay? To me, using some common sense here and some logic, because we know who Flo is. He controls, he's a good head coach, and he communicates with everyone well. There's no space between anyone with him. He is a good leader. If he had an issue with Gailey, he would address it. That's the point I keep trying to get across to anyone. I don't give a fig about Gailey. He could be gone tomorrow. My problem is we bring someone else in, and Flo still has that mentality. We're still going to have the same result, okay? We have to figure it out, or he has to figure it out. Flo is not perfect. He needs to figure this out. Take the reins off, bro.
See,
Let him go.
I think
the problem. Hold on a second. There's actually, but last season kind of disputes what you said. He didn't deal with O'Shea till the off season.
And he let a lot of things go on that shouldn't have gone on. So does he not learn?
I keep telling you, bro. I
just don't think he want to make a move during the season.
I think. Listen. I think hold on. Whoa, someone's got mad feedback right now.
Yeah,
sorry, Joel. 1 second. So I think the issue. I think this was. Listen, I'm telling you, this is what I think. This is just my theory, but I think I'm close to being right. This is how I think why Chan was brought in. Chan was brought in so he could go with the offense because they're saying either Fitz better than anyone, or that was originally the plan to be the guy. Yeah. And then if we get Tua the way we did, look what Greer said. We drafted, obviously one of the best RPO college quarterbacks ever. And then when we talked about Gailey, he said we brought in, one of the biggest RPO geniuses ever. So I think it was, what I think it was this season was all about Chan. I've given you two guys where I'm confident you can handle this offense. I got to get Boyer ready where next year I can let Boyer, I can be not hands off, but I can be the puppet master next year instead of, because Boyer wasn't ready early on. Clearly, you know what I mean? It clearly Flores stepped in on Boyer.
Yeah, but
even Flores said last week in an interview, like somebody said, "Oh, are you a defensive-minded coach?" And they were like, "No, I'm not a defensive-minded coach. I'm a head coach. I coach all sides of the ball."
Well, yeah.
Personnel
comes down to him, right? That's a part of personnel comes down to him.
But hold on. In a way, Flo did address what was going on with O'Shea last year. He basically let not talking about the end of the season, I'm talking about in season. Sorry, he basically said, "Fitz, take it. It's your offense," because he started calling his own plays. We can all agree on that. Fitz last year, right? At the end of the season.
Well, it wasn't Fitz calling his own plays. It turned into Fitz, and it had nothing to do with Flo. Like Fitz talked about, I think it was Fitz or someone talked about this, where he basically just took it upon himself to, like, Flores is the one who said, "Okay, you're not doing what I think you need to be doing with Josh Rosen," and Flores made the call to bring in an extra quarterback coach, an extra guy to work with Rosen.
But
that was Flores' call.
But he also the receivers complained about it, saying that the playbook was too
linemen were complaining about it.
Yeah, that it was too big or too complicated and everything like that, and it needs to be simpler.
That's what I'm saying.
And he wasn't teaching it right. And he wasn't teaching it right.
He got rid of him in the offseason. And then he wasn't teaching it right. And what happened was in the board, like on the chalkboard sessions, Fitz basically started taking over the quarterback session.
That's what I'm saying. So obviously,
but you got a quarterback coach for that, right?
No, I understand that, but obviously
that means your quarterback coach is inept as fuck too.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. What I'm saying,
let go too. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they replaced him. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, there's no way. I don't believe Flo knew what was going on. He just didn't have the time to address it the way he wanted to. He did at the end of the season. He basically acknowledged in his head.
I never said he didn't do.
I'm not talking about you, Reese. I'm not questioning you. I'm saying he's telling me by his action that basically Fitz became the offensive coordinator at the end of last year. That's what I'm saying. Hooker by crook, that's what was going on. Okay, and he addressed it finally by getting rid of O'Shea. So what I'm saying, I can't believe that Flo sitting here in the season and has an issue with Chan Gailey would not address it with him.
That's
winning.
All I'm trying to say. You're winning.
No. I don't think. Listen, I don't think there will be a situation.
And sorry, ball game. And I still think And another part of that Gailey thing is Gailey was brought in to groom Godsey.
So he's okay with what's going on.
But
you're winning. You're winning, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So he's okay.
Now I think Flores was the one who said, "Okay, Fitz, you're up." That wasn't Gailey. Right. That was, and he said, "Fitz, you're up," because I know Chan, you're gonna take it over.
Hey, that was different. But
Go ahead,
that,
Bogey.
that was necessary too, though, because if you look at how the Raiders played Tua in the first. I mean, when Tua was in there was a lot more pressure being sent. The defensive scheme that they actually ran was more pressure based. And then when they shifted to Fitzpatrick, they backed off.
Get nothing.
The stunt stopped, the blitzing stopped, and then it was, you know what I'm saying, it was a completely different approach because you got a guy there that they know without a shadow of a doubt. This guy gonna get the ball out. Tua was, you know, and you expect this kind of things at times to show up just because he's still adjusting. Yeah, he's still adjusting to the speed. So those
Hold on, let him finish his thought. Man.
Those intricate stunts and things of that nature are supposed to give him a little bit of trouble. And I think the big thing was that he was inside of his head and not wanting to be the guy to mess things up. Yeah. So that's what was slowing him up. Not so much that they were that much complicated. Yeah. They weren't. They because what they were doing wasn't any different than any of the other teams have done. But with the magnitude of how important this game was to Tua, I don't think he wanted to let the team down. So I applaud the coaches for being able to notice that, notice that quick enough and make the shift, and then put a guy in there that you know without a shadow of a doubt don't give two fucks about any of that. He's just gonna rip it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why you saw a difference in the offense. But that doesn't. I mean, I see people talking all this craziness. That doesn't make Fitz or Tua any better than anything. That just makes them great teammates because it's about the team.
Yeah, you saw Tua clapping, right?
Yeah,
exactly. He ran up there and jumped on him. Like I love that. I love the camaraderie.
But you are but here's the thing, ball game. The thing is, if you look at the first three quarters. I gotta send you that. I'll send you that video when I'm done here. By the way.
Okay.
It's chopped up. It's ready. I've been taking notes. If you look at it, here's the thing. Tua was getting they were giving him all the looks in terms of, the pistols. They were putting him under center, doubles on each side, 3 on one side, 1 on 1, empty sets. They were giving him every look. But it's like when Fitz came in, right? When Fitz came in, it clearly changed. And, my issue with that is it changed in the sense of they it went way more spread out and wider splits. And we've seen this, though, ball game. We saw this when, it was the same thing in the Denver game. We asked, why weren't you doing with what you did with Fitz when he came in? And they did it. You go back to the wide 3x1s. You go back to the wide doubles on each side. You know what I mean? You just go to the wider sets to split out the pressure. And yes, they stopped sending the 3 and 4 man stunts like they were sending all the time. But my thing is, if we've seen this, it worked against Denver when Fangio schemed the way he did against us. What did they do when Fitz came in? They just spread them out, and it was bang, bang. And I go back to this, and ballgame, you agreed with me when we talked privately yesterday. I didn't see any throw Fitz made that Tua Tagovailoa hasn't made in his first handful of starts, man. And just spread them out. Just spread them and go up tempo and spread them out. See what happens. I
think the only thing that was different, bro, in regards to this with the Denver game as opposed to this one was the magnitude of how more important this game was. And they just didn't want to. I don't know. I mean,
I agree with you, though, bro. Tua looked off reads and decided to take off and out on a Mac Hollins on that Dante one showed. But, those two big misreads he had, and you'll see them, they had big play potential. And it was just because you could tell, I think it's a multitude of things. Before you came in, ball game, I think you're 110% right. I think he didn't want to cost his team the game, but I also think he's not comfortable and he doesn't trust his offensive line in terms of where the pressure is going to come. And what I said, ball game, you watched all the Bama tape. Notice how when in Bama, we always talked about his footwork and how good he was at climbing the pocket. Now he'll take off instead of climbing because he doesn't trust if pressure is going to come from the middle, right? And then you look at this on the receivers. I think he doesn't trust not only separation, I think he doesn't trust if any of them are going to make the play. Other than a Bowden.
That's different. All of that.
I feel like that with Mac Hollins. I swear. I think they remember. Do y'all remember the play in the Raiders game? I think it was a 4th and 1. We stopped them. We got the ball to at the 40, and we run. We get 2 yards, and then we drop back the pass. It was a 12-yard pass to Mac Hollins, and he dropped it. Like he had to go down to the ground to get it. It would that right there would have put us at like the 30 something. We was only down by 3 at that time. It was still 16-13.
Yeah, I know the play you're talking about.
Exactly. Like that was a drive killer. That was a drive killer on top of the O-linemen. Not only they block a little better. No, let me not say that. They don't get penalized. I didn't see no penalty on the O-line when Fitzpatrick was playing. We had like 3 of those that happened that ruined our drive with Tua.
Yeah, but see the difference is Fitz got the ball out so fast that you didn't get that those guys didn't have an opportunity to make any penalties. Like I think what Fitz mind, fuck it, just give me the center, and these other guys only need to be up here because I'm gonna get this shit out so fast.
It's because he already know where he's going before the snap because he's pre-reading the defense.
That's it.
So in that regards, makes the O-line better.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't know.
I don't know. Hey, you're typing
do y'all want to let go of Changeli? Like you don't want to go into another year?
No. My only gripe with Changeli is situationally. My like on 3rd downs, and I think sometimes like when it was 2nd and 1, and he decides to run the ball like twice.
I'm gonna jump out here on the ledge, and y'all can kill me for this later.
When he gets it rolling and finds his rhythm,
I love Changeli in the red zone. I love Changeli in the red zone. But go ahead, Paul. My fault.
He's not innovative enough.
Yeah, I think
with
a complete off season, we're gonna see a completely different level to this offense. And
hallelujah, amen.
That's
Me
it.
too. That's what I think so too.
I think that's truly what is killing.
Say that one more time.
A true or the off season, or a true off season, right? Something very similar to what they're used to having. This offense is gonna pop like we never seen.
Are we gonna get that type of off season?
Hold on. Ball game.
Yeah.
What are you doing at number 3 right now? And ball game. What are you doing at number 3? And what do you think the Jets are doing?
Tell us.
I already told you. I think the Jets.
Tell them. Don't tell me, bro. I know.
I think the Jets are gonna go snatch up freaking Penei Sewell, man, and add him to Becton and give Sam Darnold that mountain of an O-line. Because you saw how much time Derek Carr had with the Raiders, right?
So do you draft Parsons at 3 or do you trade back?
I'm trading back, man. I'm trading back.
I want Devontae Smith. I'm sorry.
That hurt him.
Like I want an O-line.
We can still get him.
We can still get him only by trading back out of 3 because I don't want him at 3.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
You don't want him at 3. Like,
and then you get more capital. We still get more capital. This draft is pretty nice. I don't know if he was to show you the mock that we did, man, that thing's unreal. I mean, that was
you can put the mock up.
If it was,
I got rid of it. So let's.
Okay.
Lord, if that thing was an elbow fall like that, bruh. There shouldn't be any Dolphins.
Game. What was it?
It was. I had it up on that. If you go back to the Christmas gift show, I have it up on the Christmas.
Yeah, but you have no memory of it.
But guys, at number 21, right?
Man.
At number 21.
Okay, hold on a sec. I'll get it.
It's only Rondell Moore is going to be there. So if only Rondell Moore.
We were able to get more. And
we might as well make it. I mean, just a few days ago.
Say that again.
Let ball game finish the stop, please.
But yeah, man, we were able to get Moore and Smith. Plus, we was able to get who we got? Najee? What did Najee at running back?
I'm bringing it up right now.
Able to get you'll see it. It was crazy because the Lions jumped in, and this was when we were at 6. Imagine what the haul would be if we traded out of 3.
You heard me by saying just get Penei Sewell.
I'm just telling you, bro. Like literally,
my soul.
Like literally, if you watch the game yesterday, Sam Darnold is playing for his job, and I think right now at this point they recognize that if they can just solidify everything around him, they will be fine. Because the defense, they have multiple picks in the first. This is the thing that scares me the most.
And next year too.
Yeah, they can go get this guy and build that mountain of a line, and then still go back later in the round and grab another piece for their offense, and then they still got a plethora of seconds too. So
we traded back with Detroit. We got Devontae Smith at 11, Zavin Collins at 21, Najee at 37 or whatever. Rondell Moore was the 42nd pick, was part of the Detroit trade, so we got Rondell Moore at 42.
Wow.
Tyler Shelvin at 54. Abraham Lucas at 84, and then we got the 108th or 104th pick. It's all fuzzy from Detroit as well, and we got Shaka Toney, and then we drafted Paris Ford.
Alaric, is he edge or is he safety?
Edge from Penn State.
And from Penn State.
And then we got Paris Ford, the safety I love from Pitt. And then we got Alaric Jackson, the tackle from Iowa. And then our backup quarterback, Brock Purdy.
Wow. It's nice.
2 wide receivers, your running back. Instant.
And that was the Christmas list?
My God.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I mean, at Christmas, we were at 5, right?
No, we were 6.
No, Mike Christmas
6 then, right? Okay.
Mike Christmas, that wasn't the Christmas switch. Me and him just did a mock. My Christmas switch was Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle, but I said a pipe dream. The guy I really want is Penei Sewell, and here we are.
Boom, boom. Then we need a New Year's one because we're picking 3 out now. That changes that draft, that mock draft significantly right now. Yeah,
maybe the Jets can do one more.
But at 21 currently, do you really think 4 of the top wide receivers are left? No. So I would take Creed Humphrey. That's just I need to see Tua progress and read without worrying about freaking Jackson or worrying about freaking Hunt not in the wrong position. I need to see my quarterback develop.
I don't. For me, the tackle is more important than the center because you can slide. We can slide a guy.
Dieter.
We can slide a guy in there and still be okay. With the 2 monsters that are going to be inside at guard, but that right tackle position is going to be more important to me than.
But ball game. Do you see when the stunts are coming? Karras doesn't know what the hell to do, and it leaves to
that's my whole point though. But listen, Karras's biggest weakness is that dude is just soft and he's weak. He's weak. He's physically weak.
He's jello.
Right? Like that's it.
Bro,
if he had any man strength at all, he'd be okay, and then we wouldn't even have these problems. But that dude is just physically weak.
Yeah,
I don't believe that. I mean, they might, but I think that they're actually our center is already on the roster. They're just waiting right now to find somebody to push him in the offseason. But I believe that the center is going to be Dieter.
Why are they waiting so long, ball game, to push that to make him happen?
They're grooming him. Yeah,
I mean, it's 17 though. I mean,
the only reason I would jump at Creed Humphrey is because I think he's the second best lineman in the draft.
Right, but at 3,
oh hell, mother, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, at 21,
at 21,
15 and up, 15 and up.
So yeah, you see that. So it's saying the Jets. Me personally. We disagree, but I still love why he's saying it.
What did I say to you, ball game? It's all about 2 things you got to watch: who they clean house with, and what they do in the offseason. If they start adding offensive line pieces, you know what their move was. Because remember, people forget they tried to get Jack Conklin, right?
Yep.
But he ended up going to Cleveland, and then Cleveland drafted a natural right tackle and kicked him to left guard in Jedrick Wills. So now it's kind of the opposite version of there, but I mean, I could see them making a run if there is because isn't what's his face Moten's on there on
Moten. Yeah,
he's a free agent. So
we'll know a lot more
if they do this, then obviously we take Sewell at 3. That's a no brainer. You know what I'm saying? And then just let's let it fall however it falls for the rest of the picks.
And there's no trade offers. Look at this.
Yeah, no trade option now.
Because the 2 guys are gone. I think if they go Penei, we trade back. If they don't, we take Penei. It's all about what they do here. So we don't even have trade offers here. Look at that.
No.
I vote Penei.
I hope it falls this way because ball game put
this guy wants
that doubt.
Now, so.
He put that doubt in me, and
Jalen Waddle's gone. Smith Pitt's gone.
Oh, we don't need Pitts.
Yeah, we don't need
Boy,
Cowboys.
but he's a beast.
Smith is gone.
Devontae gone. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You know darn well he's gonna be
No,
gone.
this is one of the deepest receiver drafts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's gonna be gone.
So there you go.
So Zavin Collins. Or
Go
Creed
ahead,
Humphrey.
Rhino. Go ahead, Rhino. Yeah, that's
Who's the receivers that are left?
No, second round, bro.
Chris Olive's there.
That's
Kadarius,
what-
my boy
that's what
Tony's
I'm
there,
gonna say.
baby.
Yeah, Kadarius
I like
Toney.
all these three. I like
these
all
dudes.
4 of these guys right
Oh,
here.
we
I like
can
all
wait,
5
though.
of them.
We
These
can
guys, I like all these 5 guys right here.
Yeah, St.
So we
Brown
can
is a
wait.
dog too.
I am not
Yeah.
looking
USC.
at.
Almond St. Brown gonna run legit 4-3.
Yeah,
I'm not looking at wide receiver right now.
I'm not looking at wide receiver right now.
I'm not taking a running back right now. You're
We
crazy.
Who,
need a
Travis
wide receiver.
Etienne? Ooh.
No, man.
Nah,
I'm
not
taking
the first
Zavin
round.
Collins or Creed Humphrey right now.
Creed
What, are you
Humphrey for
crazy?
me.
Yeah, get Creed Humphrey.
Our offensive line is set.
I ain't know. I thought he was gone. Get Humphrey.
Because you got you got 4 true middle because Barron's an outside.
You know how I feel
Right.
about Zavin Collins.
And then you got to go to Jabril Cox. Yeah.
Man,
you can-
finish off the defense, bruh. You just gave your offensive piece. Finish
All
off
right,
the
so let's
defense.
see. Okay, hold on. We're gonna go. Hey,
ball game,
democracy.
I'm with you, ball game.
Okay, democracy.
Ball
First,
game.
we take it to the panel, then we take it to the comments. Rhino.
From what
That-
I see, I say Humphrey. That's my vote.
Oh, I love it. Okay, and I'm gonna. Sharif, what's your vote?
Humphrey.
Oh, Damien, what's your vote?
You should know mine. I'm with Mr. Ball Game. Let's get that big time linebacker on
Okay,
defense.
hold on, Pyro. I'm leaving you for a sec. Ball game. What's your
Linebacker, man.
Okay, now because we're 2-2. Now, Pyro, I want to hear what your decision is.
Well, you know, obviously, I'm going to pick the player that I, have graded high right here. I'm gonna get Creed, man. Give me Creed.
Damien's like,
The war room.
Yeah,
The
Damien.
war room.
Yeah.
I
Damien.
actually.
Have y'all watched Tulsa football?
Oh, Zavin's like prototypical.
That dude is unreal.
Yeah,
Unreal.
I want that offensive line to.
All right,
be,
this is a good. Yeah,
Sorry.
because I like I can't go against myself. I do agree with that. So I'll be. I got to go with Creed. Oh, but I want Zavin so bad. Oh man, this is hard. All right, okay, I'm rolling it. All right, we're rolling it. We're rolling it.
That's a tough decision. There's
Yeah,
no
but we
doubt
have no
about it.
depth at guard either or center, so I need Dieter for depth
Exactly,
either
you
way.
need that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
Zavin
the
goes
Jets
right
got him.
before.
The Jets got him. Come
It's
on,
okay.
man.
You got Nick Bolton
It's okay.
and
It's
Chad
okay.
Surratt.
It's okay.
I know what
Najee
Pyro's gonna
Harris
say.
is
Nah, we
there.
gotta get the running back now.
Najee
Now-
Harris.
Now, you guys better pick.
Now hold on. Now.
You guys better pick him now.
Pyro, relax.
I like.
Give me
like
Michael
to the
Carter.
StreamYard.
Give me
Oh, yeah,
Michael Carter.
from UNC.
Yeah, the hell with Najee. Give me
Hey.
Michael Carter.
No,
Oh,
we
no,
gonna
you
get
just
high.
being
We gonna
petty.
take
You just
Harris,
being
man.
petty.
Take Harris.
You just being straight up petty.
Okay, let's
Petty,
hold on.
petty.
Hold on, Pyro. Start off with you. Go.
Screw you, Damien, for being petty, man.
Well, I
Still
actually,
ain't get that-
can I be though? I actually like Najee. I like Kenneth. I like Javonte. I like Michael. But I also like if you go look further, right? There's
Go
like
further. Go further.
like I like Chuba. He's had a bad year.
Yeah, no.
Kylan Hill. He's good.
Yes.
Trey Sermon is going to be a stud.
They'll be
He's
there
got-
later.
Yeah.
They'll be there
Jared
later.
Patterson.
Listen,
Yeah,
reason.
yeah. All right.
I'll
Anyways,
give you,
go,
I'll
go,
give you
go,
A for effort for
Go.
trying to convince me
Go,
to
go.
get somebody else.
go. Go.
You know
Go.
darn well I'm finna get Najee Harris now. Don't
Go.
ever try to convince
Go.
me.
And if anyone
Don't
wants,
ever-
if you want to see a position, just ask me to show you the position. I'll show you. Okay, so you're for Najee. All right, we'll work ball game. You're next up. Who do you
Harris.
want to? Najee. Okay, 2 up. Najee. Damien.
Najee.
Yeah, you better stop being that. Stop being petty.
Sharif.
Can I see the receivers, please?
You would be that guy right now, eh? Rhino, hold on. What do you think, Rhino?
I'm as excited about this pick as I would be Penei, Najee Harris.
So it doesn't
I think
even
he's
matter if you
amazing.
want to see the receivers right now, Sharif. It's
Okay.
4-2.
I'm gonna change my pick, Najee.
You can't. I'll bring the receivers up after me make this pick.
Okay.
Here's the receivers right now, but I'm gonna make the Najee pick because we're outvoted anyways.
Yeah,
I was gonna go Najee anyways, but we're outvoted. So here's your receivers. Come
Oh
on,
my God.
Kadarius or Rondell or Terrence Marshall, baby.
Dude, we got Nico Collins and we got Say Surratt and Amon St. Rob. We're good.
Is Bolton's gone? Son of a.
I
And
knew
look
that
at
was gonna happen.
Oh, a trade offer.
Decline.
Hell no.
That's if we do that, we'll be no better than Bill O'Brien.
Greer might take that though.
He crazy.
Damn, somebody took Gainwell too. They took
wow.
Gainwell.
So we did make the right choice. If you
Terrence
actually look at it.
Marshall gone.
Terrence Marshall, Kadarius Toney, Rondell Moore,
Tony's
Amon
there.
St. Brown.
Ooh,
Tony's there.
Oh, look
Say
at Tony.
Surratt and Nico Collins. They run
I'd take St. Brown.
I'll get
Who
Tony.
would you take over? Tony
I know
or
I know the kid, so
Tony or Rondell Moore?
so I won't vote.
Rondell Moore is 5'8".
Brown
Yeah,
does pop off in all USC games. You
No,
notice him.
bro.
Him.
I watched
Yeah, but
Keldon
Reason loves
Slovis,
him.
so I see St. Brown, right?
St.
I see
Brown's
St. Brown. He's good. He's good.
Yeah.
I like all three of these guys. The problem for Rondell is he's Kadarius or Amon St. Rock can play the slot or the boundary. Rondell is gonna be just basically primary
slot.
back.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the
I'm a huge fan of Sage Surratt. Y'all know I loved me some Jamie Newman
And
last
Nico
year,
Collins.
and
1,
that's who
4,
he's
3,
throwing.
4.
Tony.
So okay, let's if you guys want to see, have we drafted the linebacker yet?
Nope.
No.
That's
Say Surratt is there.
Chaz Surratt's there.
Yeah, Chaz Surratt is there.
And then it's real thin after that.
Yeah,
We talk about
let's get
middle.
Chaz. I vote
What
Chaz.
about the nose tackle from LSU? Is he still there?
No, he's
Yeah,
there.
he'll be there. He'll be there.
Third round.
He's
He'll be
there.
there in the third round.
Yeah,
I
he'll be there.
really want to get that guy.
Hold on now.
He'll be
He's
there
there
for a
now.
Okay, he's there
He'll be
now. He's the
He will-
top no defensive tackle right
You
now.
need him, man. I want him over that linebacker.
Look
dude.
at how hard PFN's dropped Marvin Wilson. That's
80?
hilarious. 100. No, look at
Yeah,
Marvin Wilson. He's dropped all the way from top 10 potentially.
He,
to
fell,
top 15.
he fell off a bit though, so
Can I
that
put this
was
in
going to be
perspective?
expected. But he'll make that up.
There's some good edge players. Quincy Roche is pretty beast. Shaka Tony's good. There's some Aiden Hutchinson.
I
he's
like
a beast.
Shaka Tony from
Yeah.
Penn State. I like Shaka Tony.
Yeah, there's
Can
some
I
good.
put- Can I
All right.
We still got to get a kid a weapon, man.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
All right. So let's
Wide
start with.
receiver is
Okay, let's start with ball game because he knows what it is. Ball game. What do you want?
yeah, St. Brown, man.
Okay, Brown. Okay, Pyro. What are you thinking about? If you want to see a position, just let me know. Pyro's gone. All right, Damien. What do you?
No, I'm not going. I'm trying.
Oh,
to think.
okay.
Go ahead,
Oh, you're
Pyro.
thinking. All right. Okay, go.
I
can hear the hamster wheel turning.
want Tony, bro.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Damien, what are you thinking at?
My heart says Rondell Moore because you know how I feel about him, but he can't do multiple things of what Tony can do or St. Brown. Watching all three of them play, I'm going to say Kadarius Toney, but I really want Rondell Moore.
So who is you saying Tony? Okay.
Okay. So Sharif.
Kadarius Toney is Devontae Parker. I've seen his height and weight. We don't need him. I want Amon St. Brown.
Yeah, but he's healthy.
But I don't want two Devontae Parkers.
St. Brown special, man. I'm telling you, that boy special.
Hey, I want Amon St. Brown because
Ever
4.3 speed.
Ever since he was playing in youth ball down in Pomona, man, when I saw him the first time, putting on that kid's been special, man. And what he was able to do at St. John Bosco, along with JT Daniels, nothing short of amazing, bro. They legitimately rewrote the passing and receiving records in California in one season. It was unreal. So, and then he continued that, started as a freshman at USC, and it hadn't dropped off at all. So
yeah, Ramen Raw St. Brown's a beast, bro. I like all three of these guys right now, and I like Sage Surratt. Everyone just doesn't know who he is because he plays at Wake Forest.
And Nico Collins, 4.3.
I might get outvoted, but
so Sharif, hold on a sec. So ball game, you're Amon Ra, Pyro's Tony, Damien's Tony, Sharif, you're St. Brown.
Amon St. Brown.
Okay, Rhino, who are you?
Only because I've seen him play, and I think he's amazing. Is Tony? That'd be my vote. And I hate disagreeing with Coach.
I'm a Gators fan, so that's how I know about Tony.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the Gator come out in me. I gotta go with Tony. I think Tony's special, man.
Can I say Rondell Moore?
No, okay. Hey, Everybody ain't entitled to your opinion, but I'm telling you, the better pro is gonna be St. Brown.
I don't disagree with you because I trust you. So
I mean, I don't think I like the only reason I wouldn't take Rondell here is because of his size.
I want Rondell.
I just don't want two slow guys, 4'5" high jumpers.
Well, no. Kadarius Toney's gonna run a 4.4.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
but Amon St. Brown is 4'3".
4'3".
Yeah, he's gonna be 4.3, like mid 4.3. Yeah. Yeah.
And Nico Collins and Sage Surratt.
I think we have to move
want
on.
A slow guy. I just don't want. I don't need no more slow guys. Look at the hell what we're doing.
Yeah, but buddy, if
Tony's
you run
not slow.
Tony's not slow. Have you watched Tony, bro?
He's dangerous in the kick game and like.
We have to move on from Parker.
things.
We have to move on from Parker. I'm sorry.
Like I don't know, like bro, did you watch what he just did against Alabama? Clemson against Clemson, bro. I mean, damn. My thing is, I love Amon St. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like honestly, it's a coin flip between those two because Rondell I'm not taking here right now because of size and because Albert Wilson's back on a restructured deal.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about Albert Wilson. Yeah, because he has one.
So that's why I would take. I agree with ball game. I don't know if he's going to be the better pro, but I think they're both going to be like second round studs.
And Tua needs him, right? To make the RPO one speed on the left side.
Well, I think Tua could use all three of these guys. To be honest with you,
St. Brown can run every route on the tree with that. It's unreal, man.
I mean, they were only highlights, but if you're talking RPO, Rhino, from what I showed you yesterday,
oh my god,
Rondell Moore would be the guy you wanted to run the RPO, bro. You know what I mean?
You guys a freak.
Especially since we do this motion with the jet sweep. The Rondell Moore makes money in Purdue off that. All right.
Okay. Y'all outvoted us. Go ahead and take Tony.
Hey, why you gotta be salty, ball game?
I ain't salty.
Ball game. I took Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon-Ra. And guess what? In the RPO, think of this now. On one side is DVP. On the other side is the speed that Tua needs to see that makes the read with the safety.
Is DVP going to be there? I don't have no faith anymore in DVP and his health. I'm sorry, I don't.
That's a good point.
2-2 right there.
I'm just.
Oh, and there goes Shaka.
Hey, what about Shelvin, man?
Is he there?
I don't mind Tutu
He's
Atwell.
gone.
Love Tutu. No,
Shelvin's gone.
He's probably gone. He was at 80. He was at 80.
No, he's still there. Let's go.
He's still there?
Grab him. Yeah.
Got him. Oh my goodness.
There aren't a lot of teams that need a true nose tackle.
And he's 342. He's coming in at 342. 6'3".
That's a good draft right there.
Oh my god, I'd be so happy with that.
Dude, I would be.
Pirates.
The reason why I went with ball game is because if you've listened and you've been following me for the past couple of weeks, I've been hyping Amon-Ra St. Brown the past couple of weeks because I've been diving more and more into him.
That boy's
and
special, man.
That's why the last couple of weeks I've been talking about, really been highlighting his speed. Yeah. And all y'all guys know I already knew who he was because I love me some Keldon Slovis. But I don't think you could have. I want to say with Tony, Raw, or Rondell, I don't think you could have been wrong. And Rondell, because if Albert Wilson balls out like I think he's going to on the restructured contract, you're going to need to replace the slot guy anyways.
Slovis was a benefactor of a unfortunate situation to my boy JT Daniels, because if Daniels got hurt, we wouldn't even be talking about Slovis right now.
Yeah,
but he's killing it in Georgia. JT.
Oh yeah.
Now we haven't addressed the linebacker, but I'm looking at third and fourth round linebackers.
St. Brown.
I'm looking at third and fourth round linebackers now. I'm looking at Browning. I'm looking at Jabril Cox. These guys can help.
Jabril Cox from LSU, I would be cool with, but Baron Browning's more of an outside guy.
Yeah, we need a Mike. We got enough outside guys.
Here you go, Adrian. Adrian says I've been on St. Brown since high school because my cousin lives in Pasadena.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that dude he been a dog since.
He's a beast.
Yeah. And he was he's a couple of years behind my youngest son Isaiah, but when we used to go when we used to go to our B2G, we used to go to our B2G training camps. He was like 9, 10 years old out there with 11th and 12th graders killing cats.
Well, ball game. Tony, Rondell Moore, obviously Amon St. Raw, and obviously, dude, you got to throw Terrace Marshall into this. If you can get any of those guys in the second round, like that's good. Like that's why I keep telling people this is a deeper receiver draft. Like, look at Sage Surratt was still sitting around. Right. We're going into the third. You know what I mean? This is arguably a deeper draft than what it was last year, man.
Tutu
So
Atwell and Nico Collins run 4-3, guys. They run 4-3.
Go to the linebacker
from Louisville,
bro.
I can't. I don't know if I can see the linebackers right now.
Damn.
Because I can go full results and we can see if Chaz Surratt's gone, then it's basically like, what are you gonna do, right?
You still have Jeremiah Owusu Komoro, and
Jeremiah went first round, like pick 11.
From Notre Dame, right? From Notre Dame,
from Northwestern. He's a good tackling machine.
But he's an edge.
Who?
Oh, sorry, no, I'm thinking of a Joseph Asai.
What about Pete Werner? Monty Rice?
Monty Rice from Georgia.
Monty Rice, yeah. We had him on that other mock that we did. Somebody listen.
Look at Sage Surratt went to KC.
Somebody's gonna come knocking. Trust me, somebody's gonna come knocking on our door for that.
And look at Jabril Cox went after we picked.
Yeah, I guarantee it. Somebody's gonna come knocking.
And that means that Chaz Surratt was most definitely probably gone. Yeah, there.
Chaz Surratt right there.
Chaz Surratt right there.
Yeah, went to.
And there you go. Baron Browning was gone to Denver.
Gone.
What about Pete Werner, guys? From Ohio State.
Who?
Pete Werner, Ohio State.
Yeah, he's a later guy though. That guy's a day 3 pick, possibly, most likely.
6'2", 240.
Where are we at?
What do you mean? Where are we at?
We done the draft. The draft's over.
Yeah, I did 3 rounds. I just did 3 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna do full drafts because I gotta wake my kid up soon. So I'll do full drafts.
Our other one we took Naturally Dean, didn't we?
Yeah, from your boy from Florida.
So we got to think linebacker 4th round, guys. We got to think linebacker late.
Look at this. The Saints traded up for Trey Lance.
Patriots got Devontae Smith, huh?
Wow.
We got
look at where Waddle went.
Say that again, ball game, Mr. Ball.
We got to make sure that don't happen, bro.
Exactly. That's why I kind of.
Wait. What the Patriots got?
But the problem was nobody came asking because that number 3 pick's that's gonna be a lot, man. It's an expensive trade out.
2 1s, 2 2s.
That's why we had. Did you notice we had no offers?
No offers, but when we had the 6, when we had that number 6 though.
Yeah, you remember all the offers.
All the offers are there. Yeah.
Man,
it all depends on what the Jets do. It depends on what the Jets do.
They gonna fuck us. Watch.
I'm with you, Mr. Ball Game.
I want 2 1s and 2 2s, ball game.
That the Jets are going to take Penei Sewell and build around Sam Darnold because I don't think Darnold's the issue. I'm in agreement with you, Mr. Ball Game.
I'm telling you, man, they're gonna screw us, bro. They're gonna screw us.
I don't. You know what? I really think they're gonna clean house and then they're gonna want their own guy. And like I said, are you good? Like Ball Game and your coach, so you'll get this more than anyone should. Where you gonna want the guy that he's either got bad habits that weren't coached out because of bad habits or bad habits that are there because of bad coaching. Plus he's kind of frail mentally. And now you got to spend your time fixing all the bad things that are still remaining from USC because some of them still are there and the bad things that the bad habits that Gase put in there. Or as a coach, would you rather a fresh young 20 in the early 20-year-old mind, like early 20s-year-old mind coming in?
Sam,
you
23.
Yeah, but now I can get a 21 or 22-year-old that's never seen the lights of a football field, never stepped onto the turf, never had an NFL practice, and all they'll know is my vision, what I'm teaching them, and they get molded in the shape I want them. And I spend all that time doing not all the time fixing someone else's mistakes and not getting the kid right who's already been, because this Ball Game, he's been in the league for 4 years. It's going to be harder to get some of those bad habits out than, or sorry, 3 years now, 2 or 3 years now, right? It's going to be harder. 3 years. He's going to be harder to get those habits out than a kid who's never seen an NFL snap and that won't know anything other than your own vision. That's just my point.
And to add to that point, reason, Gase is 1-2 without a Hall of Famer, Peyton Manning, and he's 0-2 with Tannehill and Darnold.
Hey, here's a shocker.
Go ahead.
Watch they give this motherfucker another year.
Yeah. What I tell you, ball game? I mean, I'm sorry, reason. God damn it!
Okay, let me ask you this, ball game.
Gase got something.
Let me hit you
I
with
don't
this,
know
ball
who
game.
he.
Naked pictures.
Something, man. Yes,
Ball
sir.
game. We could make the argument that they need a receiver more than we do.
That's true.
And you want to talk about a team? It's too high. It's way too high. You want to talk about a team that needs Kyle Pitts?
Yeah,
but it's too high. It's too rich.
Too high.
You know what I mean? So, but I'm just saying, like I hope they're the team that says, "Oh, Lawrence is gone. Well, Jamar Chase is the prospect that can't miss. Thank you." Like, because they need something like that.
If the world, if the world was based
because
on
you got
wishful
Mackay,
thinking,
right? You can get away with passing because you got Mackay, right? So,
what were they trade though? What were they trade?
Well, but I'm afraid of what ball game's saying.
Tell you, man.
They did it with Ashton Davis, and if they did it again,
they screw us every time, bro.
I'm not.
That's why I want Gase out. That's why I want Gase out.
I'm trying to let ball games omen, darken my perception of the draft, because I'm legit. When he said that, I swear, man, my soul is hurting right now, man.
I'm just telling you, man. The Jets, them sitting at two screws us in so many ways, bro. Like, cause I know they're looking at some of the same guys we looking at, right? And they take Penei. If they take Penei, then we gotta re-rack and we gotta go through this whole process again of actually trying to figure out what the fuck is next. And then you don't want, and then you don't want to overreach. You don't want to overreach at 3.
Okay. I'm gonna be back tonight. I'm gonna be doing a pre-shot because my kid's awake. I gotta go deal with that. I'm gonna be back tonight. And I'm gonna be back around like 8:00. Let me guys know. We'll go backstage right now. We'll talk about it. If you guys want me to open it up and continue this conversation, I will. So, but we'll leave that for another time because I got to get out of here. But fins up. I'll be back, guys, around 8:00 tonight. We'll review, recap. I got a whole bunch of notes to go over the Raiders game, and I'm going to decide with these guys backstage if we're going to open it up again a little bit more tonight. But guys, fins up. I'm in a rush. I don't even have time for final thoughts.
Later, guys. Peace out.
All right. Peace out, guys.